Okay, welcome back. It's been a little bit since our last dive into La-Mulana here, but I have learned that I really overlooked something pretty important when I was reading through the manual last time. Let's jump back into the game and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So our most recent save file is in the Temple of the Sun. We were heading over into the lava zone to go explore the stuff over there, but I think we're actually going to wind up leaving this area first, because there's something very important that we missed back here in the Gate of Guidance. And we are also very low on weights. So before we go on any big adventures here, we probably would want to go get some more weights and some more health, because that's probably going to make a pretty big difference to our ability to actually accomplish any of our various goals. But rather than going all the way back to the start, we're going to try and do it by solving a puzzle that I misunderstood before. So I will show you what I mean here, and we'll get right into it. One of the things that the game explains very early on in the manual is that every area is made up of 20 tiles. And it explains, if you're having a hard time visualizing this, just imagine that it is a 4x5 square. So like 4x5 like this. And that's all well and good, except what I didn't realize is it's not just saying visualize it, it's saying that's what the world actually is. And the reason we learned this is because of the way the world interactions actually apply when you go off the screen in a place where you're not normally supposed to. So I'm trying to get back up to the area where I realized this earlier. So if we can get up to the top here without getting murdered by a bat, I only have 1 health left, so it's a little daunting with these bats flying right where I want to be. But if we can get up here, then we can show you what I mean. So when we left through the top of this tile, because there's a ladder up there, on the map, there's nothing here. We just went up into what I thought was going to be a blank, like a secret tile that was a secret space. But we didn't do that. What we actually did is we appeared over here for some reason. And the reason I was confused is because it literally is a 4x5 square. The 4x5 square is this square. So when you go up into this tile, these 3 tiles are wrapped, so it's like 1, 2, and 3, and you rise up into the bottom of this one. Which means the other place over here, so I'm gonna go over there if I can, come on, quick. Oh. The other place where we were trying to figure out how to get there is actually just a matter of going off the edge of the world in a different place. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a long fall. Once the elevator gets back down here, I'll be able to show you what I'm actually talking about. This room has this silver block here that we need to be able to push onto this panel, but you can't push it because there's no way to get past it. And I was confused because this is on the edge of the map, so the only way to get here would be to somehow be able to enter this tile. But this tile doesn't exist. Except now we've learned this tile does exist. It's this one. So there is almost certainly a secret passage on the right edge of this block that'll take us through this side. So that's what we're going to start off with today. We're going to go into the pit of the Holy Grail from the other side of the world and see if that'll let us solve the puzzle. I think it will. I'm pretty confident, because the fact that the I'm kind of burying the lead here. The fact that the game shows you that this is how the world works, like this is the way that the world wrapping happens in the picture, is fair enough. I didn't understand it the first time I looked at it. I thought it was just like visualizing something. But there is another piece that I'm not saying here, which is that the manual literally tells you that there is a secret passage behind that skeleton that takes you to the other side of that room. It is explicitly clear. Ugh, we died in the wrong place. That's fine. We're basically right back there again in a second here. I have to go back and visualize it all so we can just run straight there. But the manual expressly says that you can get through into that room we were unclear about via that skeleton. So, feels a little embarrassing now, but we're gonna go and figure that out now that I've learned how this works. I felt very clever solving this puzzle, and then when I went back to like double check exactly what it said in the manual, there's just a line of text that says that these two rooms are connected. So, yeah, not my finest hour. You can just walk through this wall, and it takes you right where we thought it would. I'm gonna die again if I'm not careful though. These bats are very annoying. So yeah, there's me being very confused about how to open this chest for ages, thinking we had to find some way to access like an extra area thing, and that's the Holy Grail. Okay, we got it. You can just use the Holy Grail from the map. Interesting. Let's come back and see what the mail says. It's me. By now, you must be done exploring the Gate of Guidance. I think there was a real handy treasure there called the Holy Grail. Did you see the stone tablets that were shaped differently from the others? If you read from these tablets, the memories of the location you're in, are poured into the Holy Grail. From there, you can use the Holy Grail to travel to any of the recorded locations. What do they call it these days? Warping? Great. So, if we come here, we can warp to all 5 of these places. Oh, that's so good. It's gonna make getting around so much easier. Thank goodness, we don't have to walk all the way back here if we want to go to the side and heal or whatever else. So, yeah, a little embarrassing not knowing that that was how that worked. But you know what? It's a price I'm willing to pay. We've learned it now. We have the Holy Grail. Now we can heal up more easily if we have to come back here, and the world is a little bit more our oyster. We can travel around a lot faster now, and there's probably a lot more we can do with this power. So, we wanted to go into the Temple of the Sun and explore around in there. One of the things I'm kind of tempted now that we have the Holy Grail is if it's actually worth it for us to go back into the weird version of the temple. Like, if we go into the Temple of Twilight, I think it was called, there might be something we can do in there now, and we might even be able to leave, but I don't know what the limitations are. So now that we have the Holy Grail, I want to go check it out. There was an implication that we wouldn't be able to leave from there, so let me just save here before I do anything else foolish and forget. It gives a little quick save icon now whenever we touch this, which I don't remember it doing before, but regardless, there's our save. If we drop back down to the bottom here and go into the Temple of the Sun, can we access anything we couldn't before? And is that where warps don't work? Because we got an email when we were in the Twins Labyrinth that we accessed through there that indicated that there wasn't... Oh, I forgot to buy my weights. That might be a problem. Whatever, we can always just reload if we've really stuck ourselves in a bad place. Incidentally, Temple of the Sun, same problem as before. The fact that there is a statue here implies that we should be able to loop into it from here. And we know what's here. This is that weird room full of tablets. So, the way that you get in there is by figuring out how to destroy that big sphinx. So now we're starting to learn how the world is put together a little bit better. We may be able to do more with it. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm very interested in where we're going with this. Now, I do believe we are going to very quickly run into the same kind of problems with not being able to access much of the area as we did last time here. We will see if there's anything different this time around, but I have a feeling we're kind of going to have to go in and then come back pretty fast. but just for curiosity's sake, let's go check it out and see what's what there. Because we know already that we can access the Temple of Twilight from the top of the pyramid. It'll have reset here now, and we need to use the whip for that, so let's equip the whip. Because I believe the whip technically attacks directly above you, while the knife only attacks in front of you and below you. So now that we've reset the pyramid, if we jump in here, we will appear in the Temple of Moonlight, not Twilight. Alright. We can still use the Holy Grail here, it looks like. So we can leave again, which is good. Okay. Don't whip the treasure chest, it doesn't like that. Gotcha. There's a little doll thing up there. Don't know what's to do with that yet. Last time we were in here, we ran into some trouble and boxed ourselves out of this area. This is a philosopher's room. So unsurprisingly, they've got nothing to say to us. Now we know where two of the oh, I can't whip at all in here. I think that's what we actually learned the first time. Yes. Trying to use a weapon in here just gets you struck by lightning. Alright, what does this say? The sound of the ocarina may be heard only by a woman with child. So that implies that we need to bring the ocarina here inside the pyramid to do something, because elsewhere in the other version of the pyramid, we had an implication that this inverted pyramid is the woman compared to the regular pyramid, which is the man. But I don't know if we really have a whole lot else that we know what to do with this yet. We know that the sound of the ocarina is a thing, but we haven't actually seen an ocarina, so that might be something for much later. If we come in here, we can use our jumping off walls resets your momentum thing to turn around, and that'll take us out of the pyramid. But I think once we do this, we can't get back in the pyramid. So we're basically just stuck in this zone now, except we're not stuck, because now we have the ability to warp out. So that is good. We have de-soft-locked ourselves, so we can afford to come back here and explore around a little bit now, unlike before, where we were immediately doomed. So, I don't remember what there was in here that we were able to steal, but there is one important thing. That arrangement of 3 orbs. Sun, star, moon. I'm gonna have to remember what that looks like, so I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of that. Because evidently, the specific orientation of those is gonna be important for probably a couple of different arrangements. Now we know that this one is. I can't hit this bug with a knife. There we go. Now we know what this specific arrangement of them is, we may be able to use that later. I think something's too far away for me to jump across. Come on, bug, don't just stand in the tunnel. Thank you. Now we are very close to getting our health back via filling the soul bar there. In the meantime, though, it'll be worth taking a quick look around here. Now, in this room, they were telling us what it felt like about opening boxes seeking Eden, but we know now that opening boxes and seeking Eden actually seems to be referring to something in a different area entirely. Because the area in the top left of the Gate of Guidance is called, like, the Passage to Eden. So that probably isn't what this is actually about. Is there anything else in here we can actively use to help us explore further? There's a lot of these gates. If we get up at the top left again there, we can use that to give us a warp point back to this area, but I'm a little worried that in the effort of trying to get there, we are going to be stuck needing more of these weights that the game doesn't want to give us. So, as it stands right now, we actually can't go any further into this zone without having another weight, and it looks like we don't have anything that wants to give us any. So, I missed the jump, which is unfortunate, because as far as we know, this is also a little soft lock zone. Unless there is somewhere in here we can stand on that didn't look like it. No. Alright, well that's fine. So it sounds like we're kind of stuck here until we have some more supplies, so just for the sake of exploration, let's work back into town and buy some weights so we can properly explore again. Not this store. I'm pretty sure the computer shop has weights. I don't remember if there's anything we can buy in here. Oh yes, more shurikens. Right. So we'll swing over to the west-hand side here and grab ourselves our weights. There they are. That gives us 20 weights, which should be enough to work with for a little while. Now we can warp our way back into the adventure again and go take another quick look in there. I'm much more keen to explore the inverted temple now that I know we can actually get into it and out of it again. Unlike before, where it really was a one-way trip. Alright, there's also something else I was curious about trying, but I don't know if I have any of the right shurikens left. No. We could have bought some earlier, but I was kind of hoping we would find some more. What I'm curious about is if we can actually just kill that big sphinx by throwing things at it. I assume we'll need to find something that it's weak to, and the game will tell us when we're in the right track, but it's unclear. Unclear whether or not there is actually a more, a simpler, more violent option to get past that thing. I keep calling it a sphinx, even though it has like 2 snake heads on it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, back into Twilight we go, this time with enough weights to go mess around with whatever we might find inside, and we're gonna avoid swinging our weapon inside the temple so we don't immediately lose most of our health. And that was part of the problem last time. By the time we were actually in the temple proper, we had no health and no equipment and no way to get out. So, now we should be a little better off. This time we're just gonna go straight out the northwest side. Hey Rose, hope you're doing well. Alright. So we've got ourselves back in the right part of the world again. I'll be curious to see, since I broke this platform this time, does this thing fall further, or did it crush through it on the way down previously? I think it did. I think I ruined this. I'm supposed to be able to climb up here, but I can't anymore. That might be a problem. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I've had a stressful week, but it was mostly just Wednesday was the big stress day, so now I'm doing better. Alright, up we go again, because from here we can gain access to that save station, which will give us fast travel back into this area. What does this say again? What? Why can't I read this anymore? Could we not read this last time? I don't remember that we couldn't read anything. Is there a problem with our software choices? No. Weird. Okay, I guess we found a set where it's not translated yet. We just got an email.
It's me. There's some reading that the glyph reader can't translate, right? The normal ancient scripture was written by the 4 philosophers from the race of 7th children. The other writing, written by folks from an even older time, cannot be translated. I'll look into other methods, so hang on.
I don't remember that at all. We definitely came through here before, but I don't remember getting that warning. Alright, well, let's see what's up here before we leave. Well, we found Eden. Let's come back here in a minute. We just never went up that ladder last time either. Probably because I had no health and was trying to run away from the bats and get to the save station as fast as possible. This room looks like trouble. I don't really have a choice though, so it's either go up or fall down, so let's go up. If we can manage to not fall in the hole here, I will be very happy. Yeah, I was not expecting that. We got a chest open, so there's something good in here. And I went in the hole. Great. I was a little worried about that. I wonder if this is the offering pit that was mentioned previously. The pit of sacrifices. Great. Atop the navel of Neptune. We saw a statue of Neptune a long time ago, but I have no idea what is supposed to be there, so that's good. Let's just fight our way out of this room and go back and see what else there is on the other side. I probably have to go all the way around the loop to get up there again, don't I? Well, this is how you get to this chest. Unfortunately, I don't know what's up deal with those spikes. Previously, we had seen... Yeah, that doesn't work. Previously, we'd seen the rock rolls across them. This is gonna hurt me, isn't it? No, but this reads like a trap. We didn't get the save point yet. Ah. It was a very patient trap. Give us plenty of time. What's in here? The map. Very nice. Okay. Now we have the yeah, the Stairway of Eden, you don't think. Okay. Well, let's go around the other side and see if we can grab that treasure chest that we fell down and lost. We'll have to loop all the way around again because we don't have a way to climb up tunnels like this, but that's a small price to pay for having access to the save point we need, or the area, or the item. We can only do one, and the save point is kind of not even the best option because it doesn't give us access to the other ones because you have to drop down the hole first to get there. But that's fine, that's why we bought all these weights. Let's go around. It's weird that there's spikes at the top of that vertical shaft. Like, you can't get there without causing other problems. So why do there need to be spikes at the top? I am unclear, but I'm sure we'll find out. So we can go straight down if we want to go to the teleport. I think we want to go back into this side, though. Because if we can get to that treasure chest now, it is open, so we really just need to get there and grab what's in the box. And they shouldn't be able to hit us from here. The grapple claw! What does that do? I'm assuming it lets us grab things. It is an always equipped item. A tool said to be used like a ninja, scale walls like a pro. I bet you that's why there's spikes at the top of that wall. If I had to guess, that's what I would say.
It's me! Did you find the grapple claw yet? If I remember right, you've got ninja blood in you. I heard that from your father. If you use that grapple claw, you can scale walls like a ninja. Jump up towards the wall and hold up and towards the wall. You'll fall by releasing up. You can also jump farther by pressing the jump button while hanging on to the wall.
Oh, neat. So you can't... Whoa! Okay. Yes, his email timing is somewhat uncanny. He is on point every time he sends us an email. But that didn't quite work the way I expected it to. If you grab the wall, you just stop there. You can't go up or down, you just stand in place. But when you jump, it yeets you off downwards, so you can't gain altitude by doing this, as far as I can tell. Well, to be fair, our friend here is the guardian of this place, It's not like he doesn't know the process that people who come here try to go through. I have a feeling he's got this down to a science at this point. Can we climb? No. Because, yeah, he was the one who was like, oh yeah, your dad came here. What did his instructions say about jumping off the wall? Jump further by pressing the jump button while hanging onto the wall. I think that's just talking about how it throws you, as opposed to falling. So we can't go up. We can't use sub-weapons or main weapons on the wall either. We can just jump back and forth. Good to know. Let's go get that checkpoint and then probably swing back around and see what's happening in Eden, because that is... I'm very curious about what's going on in there. I'm a little annoyed that we messed up this elevator and we can't get into the Twinned Labyrinth again. But the Twinned Labyrinth was also a pretty dangerous place if memory serves, so maybe I shouldn't be too upset that we can't go in there yet. Alright. Now that I think about it, actually, though, that grapple claw probably will help us go down some of those areas where there were, like, timed flamethrowers or spikes or things that you had to be able to go back and forth on the wall to avoid. So that seems pretty relevant. Let's jump down here first. The Temple of Moonlight. The Sanctuary of Lovely Women. Let's go ahead and save that. And now it should be in our list of teleport points. No. It is not in the list of teleport points. We can still teleport out of here, but we can't teleport into here. I guess that's what they were talking about. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was the worst possible thing I could have done. I just meant to say back. Because we just discovered we can't warp there. Dang it. What I meant to say is, that's why we got that message in the Temple of Moonlight adjacent area last time, talking about, don't you wish you could warp into these areas? So, that makes sense that we can't do it right now, because if we could, then they wouldn't need to have a message about being able to do it, but... good to know. Thankfully, I should be able to scoot back there pretty fast, now that we know what we're doing. The main problem is just the cost of the weights, because every time I want to go around from here, I have to spend like 3 weights to get up there. But it's fine. We have enough still left over for now. And if we ever get stranded, we know where we can go get more. Because it is now impossible to get fully stranded. So presumably, we'll need to bring an ocarina back here in order to pick up that chest. But let's see what else we can do in the area. There's a bunch of, like, partially accessible things in here. Get out of the way, bat. A bunch of partially accessible things that I'm curious about. I'm a little annoyed about that platform drop. I might... no, it's probably not worth it going back just to reset that. There's gotta be some other way to fix that puzzle. Or some way to learn how to grab a ladder in the air. This time, though, we're going to Eden. Because I am curious about what's in here. What does this have to say? A paradise deep in the fog. Clear the fog, and you'll be surrounded by more happiness. Head for the Tree of Eden with the fruit of paradise in hand. Okay, well, we don't have any way to clear fog, or we don't have a fruit of Eden, so I have a feeling our options are going to be pretty limited right now. Yeah, this is looking a lot like a teaser of his own that we can't actually get into yet. Hold on, there is access over here. We can come up the ladder on this side. Does that do anything? No. Yeah, I'm getting some strong, this is just to show you this area exists, but you can't do anything here yet vibes. It doesn't look like there's anything else we can access from here. Nothing over on the right here. No. Alright, well, we found Eden, we just can't get in. That's fine. Back down we go. Alright, well, I mean, if we've boxed out the, if we've boxed out the other side, there's only so many options available to us as to where else we could even go, so... I guess we head back. I was originally hoping we'd be able to go and explore the Twin Labyrinth here, but that's not in the cards currently. Fair enough. Now, I don't think there's another way for us to get down here, because the only other down option is against the wall there. But you know what that means? You know what that means? I bet you it means that pit of skeletons that is to the left of here might actually have something interesting in it. Against the left-hand wall, there might be a way to access the right side of the temple. So let's go check that one more time, I guess, before we try and leave here. It's probably going to burn most of the rest of our weights, but we might get something interesting out of it. So let's take advantage of our new world-wrapping context and go see what we can find. Because I have a feeling this might be useful. It's just too bad it's such a walk to get there. Come on, bats. Out of the way, we got places to be. Alright, now this room doesn't have anything on the right-hand side of it, so we should just be able to drop down. And we should be looking for a passage on the bottom layer of this room. I don't know if there is one, but if there is, this will be where we find it. Handy that we can hit them through the floor like this. Makes it much safer than trying to fight them on their level. Oh, that guy's tough. I guess because we killed him with the knife before, I didn't realize how many hits he takes. Alright, let's kill all the skeletons real fast so we have some room to maneuver here. So it implied that the bottom left is going to be a tunnel. It doesn't look like there's anything here, though. So maybe I'm wrong. Can we push the block? No? There's a little gap here, so we get up to this height. There's nothing there either. Doesn't seem like there's anything in this wall. Well, that's too bad. This seemed likely to be something of interest, but looks like maybe not. Maybe that atop the Navel of Neptune thing is going to give us a key or access something that we can bring back here. I have a feeling that many of these clues are not at all related to the room you find them in, but it does make me curious. So, that's fine. Let's make our way out of here then. There is one more thing I want to try before we warp out, which is just jumping to the left-hand side here. Aha! Breakable wall. Where are we? Okay, come on! I just figured out how this world works. That if you go into a space that's not on the map, it warps you around. And now I have learned that that is in fact not always the case, because this one didn't do that. Interesting. It also looks like we're inside the pyramid again, so if I use my weapon for anything, we're probably going to get shot by that eyeball. There is a weapon thing there. You think you make the rules here? Exactly, Eisenhower. If thou hungers for power, be prepared to commit the ultimate sacrifice. Uh-huh. Let's... There's a rock in the wall here, too. Unclear what's going on there. Hey, Napalm Norris, thank you very much for the subscription. Good to have you with us. I want to move that bug, but if I attack, we're doomed. I can stand on top of it, but nothing happens. Oh. Run, 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 run. Whoa, it's fast. Okay, we obtained an axe. That's a main weapon. Swing down this axe to make mincemeat of foes. It is heavy and slows movement, but provides a wide attack range. We can't use it in here, though, because we will die. So let's get out of this room. I was not expecting the boulder to be that fast. Come on, bugs. Actually, what am I doing? Later, nerds, I'm out of here. I don't have to go back that way, I can just leave. Alright. Axe. What do you like? Slow, but like they say, big range of movement. It attacks from well over your head. I am the elder, I am important. Good conversation. Alright, let's pop in here, buy some more weights, and get back into the world again. That'll do, and while we're here, we might as well go and heal too. And this gives us a chance to test out our axe. Well, no idea how much damage it does, because I realized on second thought that these die in one hit anyway, so the axe doesn't actually tell us anything. Oops. But that's fine. Do a quick heal up. And back we go. We got places to be now. So, if we warp from here, we have a couple of different options for where we can go with our new tools. I think probably the most interesting place is actually none of these. Or is it the volcano area? There's one place where I saw some interesting, like, slide down the walls kind of deal. And I think it was in the volcano zone. So we're gonna swing over there and see if we can do anything interesting with our new toys. Gotta remember to use this to kill these little guys. Now we jump around the corner into the lava zone. Thank you kindly. Okay. I just realized I didn't save since getting the axe. I would love to go in here, but I would love to not lose all our progress. So let's quickly go save in the Temple of the Sun first. There we go. Now we can go into the lava zone, and if I fall into the lava and die instantly, I don't have to be too mad that I just wasted all of our time. Down we go. Little hop around the corner. And into the room. There we go. So, you know, I was thinking that might be easier now that we have the claw, but I don't think it actually is, because the claw doesn't still let you gain altitude, and it only works for going back and forth in a small gap. Otherwise, you'll run out of juice and fall over again. Use the axe on these ants. It one-shots the ants. That's a good sign that it's dealing decent damage. We can dodge that thing, but... Ugh, those fire rocks are real annoying if you wait long enough for them to start spawning. Now, I don't think it's up here. I don't remember exactly where I'm trying to go. I think it was jumping off the wall on the left. Not in the lava! Yeah, thank you. I knew that was a trap. You tried to murder me with it previously. Okay, I think this path on the left is, in fact, the thing we were here for. Where we need to be able to hold onto the wall so that we can jump across and drop when there's no lava there. What is up here again? I do not remember. Yeah, okay. It's just telling us exactly what we thought. Stick to the walls. Once the flame died down, kick off the walls and proceed. Oh, I can't grab the walls when I'm not jumping. Great. Not quite what I had in mind, but we made it to the bottom either way with minimal damage. This wall doesn't want to break. What are we doing in here? There are 4 more blocks in the ceiling. How do we get a block onto this platform? I think the only way to get a block onto that platform is to move this block over, like that, and then shove the other one off the top? Maybe, no, leave it. I don't even know if that's gonna work, but for now I think we have to leave that one there. We're gonna have a block that lands here. The only places it can go are the bottom right, or this tile, or the bottom left. But anything can go there. We need to get one tile over here. And in order to get something here, it has to come from one of these 3 platforms. We have 5 buttons, and we have, looks like 7 switches. So we have a little bit of extra. Oh no, there's one at the top here too. So there's 6 switches and 7 buttons. Or 7 blocks. If we push one of these... Oh, interesting. If we put one here, we're permanently locking off the ability to push anything off of this ledge. I don't know if that matters. Let's see what happens if we push one of these buttons. Does it activate another stone? It does activate another stone. Is it just a matter of pushing the right button? I actually can't push this stone for some reason. That was kind of key to my strategy of setting this room up like this. So I think I have doomed it already. So I can't push it back with the stone on top. So right now it's stuck. Let's see if we can reset the room and come back. We can, okay. I think I see what I have to do instead with the stone that I had there. So, what we need to do is push this block through here first. Then we leave it there. Now we drop around to this side and push this block onto the platform below it. That'll spawn the block in the top left. But that's good. Now, can we go in here? No. Now, we drop down and actually shove this block on top of the other one, so we can bring this one down, and we can push it by standing on top of this one. Okay, that opens a block over here. So, I think at this point, we're kind of free to put these wherever we want, as long as we don't try and leave one on the middle platform here just yet. Because if we leave one here and they need to go to the left, we can't get them there. So I'm just going to push this block all the way to the left now so that we can do whatever we want with the last 2, and we should be done with this puzzle. Get ourselves a nice little reward for our troubles. There's another one at the top right. Now it's just a matter of taking the time to shove everything we need. I made a mistake. This one actually needed to go up here. because pushing it off this side means I can't get it to go to the left. And if this one goes to the right, then we can't get this one filled and the top one filled. Alright, we've learned something different. I thought we could just leave that other one up there, but it turns out you cannot do that. Because this one actually can't go back onto this switch, and needs to go down first. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Now that we know what we're doing, it shouldn't be too long to reset it again. Alright. My bad. I thought it was just a matter of filling them in, but I was incorrect. I was incorrect. Push the button. Nice. I think we want to leave this one on this level for now. You need to go the other way. Push you onto the west side button. Nice. Now, I don't think it matters where this one goes, as long as it is one of the two left ones. Because this one can only go to the right, bottom right space, and this one has to go up here. So as long as this one goes to the bottom left, we should be fine. Because the first block off the ledge here always has to go to the bottom left. It's too bad we can't push these blocks a little faster, but you know what? We'll take it. Alright, so now it shouldn't matter the order I do these in. So I'm going to push this one onto the center platform first. And then we can clean up the last two. Gotta love when you manage to find the only way to do a puzzle wrong. So good. And we push the last one off the ledge. And swing around to push it into the final position. No idea what's going to be in here. It is a bottle? A flare gun. Okay. What does a flare gun do? I mean, we know that. Shoots fireballs straight above after filling the tube with gunpowder. So it sounds like it has a delay and then it shoots straight up. Good to know. I'm sure we're gonna need those for some puzzles later. That's progress, though. It does not look like a flare gun at all. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a mortar. Less like a flare gun and more like a cannon you shoot straight up. Alright. I bet you if I push that block off the edge, it'll break the tablet. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to let myself be set on fire here a little. What does this say? There is more to this land than meets the eye. It is a pivotal location. Tread a different path and then return to this land again. Well, we know that there's more to this land than meets the eye because it has this weird separate section in the top left, and if we look at this tablet, it tells us there's actually another room at the bottom that's not on our version of the map. There's like another set of plus of rooms down there, and there's more off to the right that also doesn't seem to be connected. So, yeah, there's definitely more to this place, we just don't know what to do or how to get there. What I would like is to find the shortcut panel that will let us come back here without having to go the long way around. So the game went bingle-ding, and that tells us that there is, in fact, a shop in that enclosed room in the top left. Great timing for getting slapped with the fire off the ledge there. Let's take a look at this tablet. In the lava I go! Great. Alright, I forget which tile it was, too. There we go. At the bottom of this land lies the darkness that leads to death. Oh, good. Just what we wanted. We know there's a thing up here, so I'm a little worried about the game trying to drop the floor out from under us again. But we've made it to the shop. We can see what they have to sell. We almost certainly don't have enough money for it.
Money burning a hole in your pocket? Time to spend! That's Space Capture 2. It's a game where you collect treasures, I think. Smoke it, and I'll take it.
Or wouldn't take it for free.
Not buying, eh?
Alright, well we don't know what that software is gonna do. It's one of the games, which seems to be mostly for combos. But it's $150, which is completely out of our price range. So, let's swing back down around. We'll have to come back here later once we actually have money.
Damn it. So this is it. I'm not handing over this software to anybody. No one will know I've hid it in a place like this.
Yeah, I thought so. I should use the knife for breaking these. It attacks way faster. We've obtained additional text memory! Is that just more space? An upgrade for text track software. Doubles your text space storage. Alright. I'll put that in. Interesting. What else have we got around here? Obviously there's more skeletons and fire on the right. There's our checkpoint! Is that a Lamia statue? Resembles the stupa of India's Ajanta caves. The centerpiece seems to be a statue of a goddess with a snake's body. Successfully downloaded more RAM. Exactly. Exactly. Come on now. Alright, let's equip the dagger, because if we want to be poking walls, this is the way to do it. Behold the Inferno Cavern. It was once the source of strength. Alright, let's save. Missed that jump up. I want to go check if that top right space actually has anything relevant in it. Looks like no. I'm sure we'll need to come here later for something. The fact that there is a snake goddess statue in the middle of the room almost certainly is going to be relevant to some kind of puzzle later. Alright, what else have we got in here? Those seeking Eden. Open the 4 boxes. Seek the 4 pedestals. Find the source of a phenomenal trap in a place bathed in moonlight. Alright, that sounds like a good thing to save again. How many of these have I got now? 20. Looks like we had 10 before and have 20 now, so that's nice. There's a flamethrower in the ceiling above me. If I walk forward here, I can tell I'm just gonna get torched. There we go. Interestingly enough, there does appear to be a box switch spot right here, but there's no box around. There's one in the ceiling. Can I get that out of there? There's a switch in the lava. That might be it. Well, alright. That did in fact do it. You just had to set yourself a little bit on fire. Now we just need to make sure we don't get murdered by that fire spout. And we've earned ourselves another prize. Can we actually warp? I actually don't want to mess with this until we pick up the box. What's in here? The ice cape. Does that let us swim in lava, maybe? Yes, with this frosty cloak fashioned from ice, even a dip in the lava will deal only minimal damage. So it doesn't make us immune. It just makes us less likely to die. Also, I love how the cape is on the character model, too. Is there a passage above me here? No, it's just behind the items I have equipped. How much damage is a little? Much less. So it still does hurt us, but way slower. Alright. Is there anything I can do with these newfound lava swimming powers? I'm gonna assume the answer is yes, I just don't know what it is yet. We're gonna be very short on money for a while, so let's just make our way west. Ow. Okay, so now that we can swim in the lava, we can go down into some of those rooms that we had access to before. I think I also bought Assault Android Cactus because of Ginger. That was a fun game. Ow, I'm burning myself to death by just walking into ant attacks. Alright. Back up to the top again. There's another one of those strange sigils, and you can see it's a really long tube. If we fall in there, that's gonna be a bad time. I bet you were supposed to, but I don't know why. What's in here? 2 weapons are kept in this land. One lies beyond Pazuzu's guard. The other lies in the Serdab of Light, which extends from the Pit of Flames. Alright. Thank you for that knowledge. I don't know what Pazuzu's guard is, and I don't think we've seen the Serdab of Light. It's very rude how he keeps leaving fire right on the top of the ladder. Something tells me these fire ants are not friends. Okay, so now we can swim down the long pit if we want. That also means we might be able to talk to those skeletons. Because the skeletons often have messages for us, but those ones, being in holes like they are difficult to get to. Okay, let's make our way up into this top zone. We died in the Twin Labyrinths last time we came here. Maybe I should come back after? Actually, yes, let's do that. Let's warp out of here first. Let's warp to the surface to heal real quick. Then we can come back here and explore the lava with full health. 'Cause I don't think we need anything else just yet. We've got a whole bunch of interesting items much faster than previously, so that's making progress again. Yeah, exactly. I'd talk to the skeletons and having them just be like, "Ah!" would be very funny. I would kind of appreciate if that was how they take it. Alright, I don't think I need to do anything else here. Like we just warp back. Inferno Cavern, here we go. Ugh, it's so much nicer having the warping ability. Ah. Not nice getting stunned by the rocks. But now that we take almost no damage in here, I just feel silly getting bopped around instead of feeling immediately dead. It is really annoying to swim in this game. Until your momentum changes direction, if you touch the surface of the water, you immediately jump in that direction, regardless of what you're trying to do. Alright, not my finest moment for getting out of harm's way, but you know what? We'll take it. I jumped straight in the fire. It really is not my finest moment for getting out of harm's way. Can I hit these? Doesn't look like it. I was using the shortest range weapon we have, though, so maybe that's just not a good tool for the job. The knife is very high damage. It's just also very short range. I wish there was a better way for me to get around those corners. I wonder if I have the axe equipped when I'm climbing ladders, if I can swing through the top of the ladder with it. Exactly, Ginger. If we stay in the lava for longer, it actually does less damage to us. Can I attack from here? Yes! Okay, we have a way to attack off the top of ladders after all. We just have to pick a direction first, and we can fight freely. That's close enough to hurt me still, I guess. Alright. First things first. Big dip. We're gonna want the knife if we're checking for things on the way down. Great, nothing. Somehow I'm not surprised the answer was nothing, but we had to check it. Ow. That guy's gonna be back by the time I turn the corner again. Get out of the lava. There we go. Okay, now I got knocked off the stage again, so it's that mine is gonna be back again. I just can't catch a break with this guy. I'm just gonna jump in here, swim past him, and read this guy's thoughts. I cannot read this guy's thoughts. He has no thoughts. No thoughts. Skull empty. Just jump normally, bud. There we go. Into the lava again. Do you have thoughts? No. What an excellent use of my time. Okay. Well, we know there's also this area with a bunch of lava we can swim in. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we can still do it. So I guess we need to go back again real quick so that we can pick up our health refill and come back and jump in more lava. We'll also save this time, so if we need to refill our health again just to go jump in a bunch of holes that don't help us, we'll already be able to just refresh the save and go back without having to do this extra little walk back and forth. So that'll be a nice quality of life upgrade for us, because I don't remember if I actually saved last time, and we are not going to test it. At least we know lava skeletons can't talk. We actually don't know that. We just know those ones don't talk. Because the lava skeletons, not all skeletons can talk when you scan them anyway. So the fact that those ones don't still doesn't actually eliminate the possibility that others do. Alright, now we warp again, back to Inferno Cavern. You can't tell how much of this game is randomness versus puzzles and lore. A lot of it seems to be puzzles and lore. There's information all over the place, there are special symbols all over the place, and they're almost all related to things. The names of deities, the names of background lore characters, it all seems to come up again. So we shall see. Come on now. Gotta equip my axe so we can go up ladders again. Such a... Like you're saying there, Ginger, the things games make you say. You don't normally think about, I have to equip an axe so I can go up the ladder. But that is also true in this. Alright, the damage on this must be pretty good, because it can two-shot those beefy skeletons. It is very slow, so I think the damage output on the faster weapon is probably still better. And I think there is probably still something hidden. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. in that tunnel on the left-hand side, since we kind of just fell down it face first rather than actually trying to solve it. But, I don't know. On second thought. Alright, so I don't know if we actually want to go in there. We can, there's at least one skeleton. There's another one down there too. Two more down there too. But we can break the way in if we just stand on this for a couple seconds. He does talk!
I'm sinking! I'm gonna sink into lava and be engulfed in flames! Damn it! I'll be back! But not really. I'm terminated.
Well, he was basically just going, ah. Does this guy have anything to say? He does. This is exactly what you wanted, Ginger.
Hot! Owie! Hot, 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 hot! Burn! Burning! Damn it, this place is hot!
Even if I wrote a will, it'd burn to ash. Amazing. That is a high-quality hidden message. Alright, let's get out of here. Out of the lava there, please. That way. There's that same snake deity that we saw before, too. Alright, so we're going up and we're going into the Twin Labyrinth's west-hand side, because last time we went straight to the top and got attacked by a bird with time-stop magic and homing feathers, but there's probably still other areas in there we didn't explore yet. So let's go take a look around in here first. I say probably. I know definitely there's a bunch of places in here we didn't go, because we never went to the right in this room. So let's do that and take a look around. The Demon Lord of Hell, Beelzebub. He who guards the 8 souls in front of the Mother. Alright, that's a boss warning, I suspect, rather than anything more immediately meaningful. This Battle Walrus is so aggressive. What do we have in here? More mer people. Is that another number? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Where's my notepad? This is the same statue we saw earlier, but backwards. How do I know which one of them is actually 3? Let me take another look at it here. Yeah, it's the inverted version of the thing I drew last time. I'm gonna draw it again in reverse so I don't forget. But like, Alright, add it to my notepad. I have a feeling what that means is that this is the true orientation of it, and the other one is the mirror world version, because we can only get in there by going through the Twilight Pyramid. But I no longer know for sure. That is now very curious. If we go right again, what do we have here? More fellas. What is above us here? I feel like I've been to this room before, but I don't know if I've been to it in this version of the world. There is a god that controls death. There is a god that absorbs life. The words that seal these powers were entrusted to an innocent girl. We're gonna need to figure out how to thaw that lady in the temple, aren't we? De-petrify them, because it sounds like they have some relevant powers for us. This isn't a door, even though it really looks like one. This side is also strange. This has another one of these symbol arrangements, but I think it's the same one we saw before. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna double check here real fast in my list of screenshots. I'm pretty sure it's the same arrangement. Sun, star, and then moon, and this one is sun, star, and then moon. So yeah, it is the same arrangement here. I don't know what that means yet. Let's push this down so we can get back out again. Oh. That's a button. Those that created this contraption are fools. They mistakenly created a puzzle that could not be solved. But after all this time, it has been rewritten. Those who fail to solve this puzzle shall be punished. Great. We're about to get punished for not solving a puzzle because we can't access it. I bet you it shoots you if you try and leave the room. Well, like, we can't get up there to access that panel yet. Maybe we have to do it from here? The only way to push this one is to the right. Does this change the room state? No. It just leaves an unpushable button. Nothing bad happened to us. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to get through the wall at the top right here to get over there. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah. Nothing here seems to be interactable. Alright, well, I don't know what that's all about then, but let's drop down this hole. Great. Well, I found a trap. I'm not in it, but I don't know how to get out of it. I guess we have to warp out. It doesn't seem like there's another way. That's inconvenient. There might be another way out of there, but I sure don't know what it is. Let's get the mouse off the screen again. Actually, what we should do is go back to the Mausoleum of Giants and go make sure that the giant version of that little device we saw is actually set up to match the one that's here. Oh, we don't have a map of this area yet. That's annoying. I don't really remember where I'm going in here. I think we're going down here. Right to the bottom? Yes? Yes. Okay, so the correct orientation should be this one. Sun, star, and moon. Now that we have that set, if we warp back over to the Inferno Cavern, we can go from there up into the labyrinth and see if that changes anything in the room. We know there's a treasure chest there, and treasure chests are basically our key items, so it'll be worth a shot to see if we can get in now. Ugh. Terrible timing. Let's just keep moving this way. Can't get out of the lava. Probably going to die in the lava. Come on! Alright, we're gonna warp back to the surface again, because we'll die otherwise. That lava's very rude. That's fine. We're getting somewhere with this. Let's go grab ourselves a full heal, and then we can go back and explore and see if we can solve that particular puzzle. We also might want to go back to the Twilight Monument version, or the Moonlight Temple version, rather, and see if it does anything different in there. Like if that is what changes the access to that top room or not. Which is actually interesting. Both of the places that we've seen those symbols are directly tied to the labyrinths. Because the first one is in the main twin labyrinth, and the other one is in the mirrored twin labyrinth entrance. I wonder if that means anything relevant to us yet. Unclear. Either way, for now, I'm just going to keep rolling. And we will make our way back to the Twilight version after we finish checking this regular version. Thankfully, it shouldn't take us too long to get there. I don't know what all these rocks are here for, because generally they're pretty clearly in place for puzzles. But this time, it looks more like they're just in the way. So it's interesting if they are not always reliably an indicator that there's a puzzle in the room. We'll see whether or not that's true as we go a little bit further, because there could be a way to turn that room into a puzzle room, we just don't know it yet. For now, though, let's get up to the top and back into the Twin Labyrinth so we can check that room. Well, not like that. Up we go. There we go. Alright. Now we just need to not get beat up by walruses to death. The walruses are very rude. Thankfully they go down in one axe swing, so that makes them not so bad to deal with. I didn't see that guy there. Alright, not the best at holding on to my life, but you know what? It's fine, right? We'll get there. Does something change in this room now that the... No. I also fell down here when I didn't mean to, so that's not good either. Let's try using the flare gun. It looked kind of candly. I thought that might work. I'm completely stuck in here now. I can't jump up on either side. Man, this kind of design is so rude. We have no choice but to just leave. And come back again. But I just did that. Just let me out. Alright. There's gotta be a double jump somewhere, right? That would make this a little bit less agonizing if we accidentally fall into a pit that's slightly higher than we can jump. Let's, do a little detour for now, maybe. What have we found recently? We've found the flare gun, we've found the axe, we've found the claws, and the cape. The cape seems like it's only relevant in lava, which so far is only in that one zone. The claw could be used elsewhere. There was a place in the water zone that looked like it wanted us to have the claw. Actually, there's something I want to test with the claw. Can I test it here? Is there enough room? Yes, you can grab the back on the same wall again. That's good to know. Because once you're falling, it doesn't seem like it's very easy to grab onto anything, but if you start falling after grabbing, you're okay. Alright, let's warp again then. I think what we're going to warp to this time is back into the Temple of the Sun. No, this is the wrong place. It's actually the Gate of Guidance. Because from here, we can go into the water zone and double check what's going on over there. Since we have the item that makes us immune to water damage, that will let us explore in there already pretty safely. And we can go and see if there actually is something we can use our grapple ability in. Come on, up we go. Okay, so we still can't go to the left here, because we need a sigil of some kind that we don't have access to. We can go to the right here, if I don't fall in the water, because we have access to that area. We can swim down here though, so this isn't so bad. Now, I did notice this also previously. There is a closed chest in here with no obvious button to open it. Previously, I didn't want to murder that fish, but I'm wondering now if I have to do that. if that's what opens up access to that chest. Or if we have to give him something, or what exactly he wants. This skull, I don't think, goes with him. So I don't really know what he's looking for specifically. But something still tells me that killing him is wrong, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to head back up to the top. It's entirely possible that that is what we have to do, but the vibe that I get from him is more of a friend than a target. So I feel like we have to give him something rather than trying to specifically wipe him out. A little health refill from that green orb. Now let's make our way... I forgot about the fish. That fish might be hard to hit with this axe. Yeah, and attack speed's too slow. Alright, fish is really annoying. I can say that for sure. Because it's hard to attack sideways off of a ladder. You have to make sure that you're perfectly still, and you've chosen your side already, and most of these weapons have a delay. Is the dagger going to be better for this? No, it just missed him completely. Getting out of this hole is unnecessarily hard by that one fish. I killed him, but he still knocked me off the ladder. There we go. That fish has moves, I tell you. This red orb thing. There's one on each side. Maybe it's not actually a thing to use our grapple with, though, because I have to get into the middle of the room. I guess I could grab it and then stop and just hop off. That might work. That would let me control my drop at least. I can get up to this, but I don't know how to activate it. Can I get up to this, actually? I was thinking I would be able to just make that little hop and then go from there, but I don't know if we can. So I can get up that high, but no higher. That was almost enough. I just didn't grab the wall. See the little claw there sticking out through the wall. That's cute. If we can get one of those big jumps again, we might be able to get up there. Not quite. Maybe it's not possible from here. Or at least not with the jump height powers that I have. Yeah, let's talk about fairies giving us all kinds of things. We don't have access to fairies yet, or if we do, we don't know how. Let's try going back down here again, now that we have an axe. That might be heavy enough to break this thing open. Our whip wasn't. But we have fancier weapons now. No. It looks like it is probably, like I suspected originally, a bring bombs or some other kind of more destructive weapon here. Alright. Fair enough. Now we know that there's a nasty boss above us and to the left. I don't know if we actually have a way to fight them yet. But we do have more weapons than when we tried last time. I have a feeling they probably need some kind of special weapon or special combination of bits and pieces to be vulnerable. But before we go in there, we're going to go all the way to the top again and just see if there's anything else up here that I've forgotten about. There's that gear of some kind there. That's the top. There's a ladder up there, which is interesting. This room has a treasure chest in it, but we can't actually get into the room. Right. And the other side, I don't remember what's over there. Let's go take a look what's on the other side as well. What's in here? Right. This is another thing that's like, come back later. It's got a boat in it, but we can't actually access it yet because we need to be able to change the water in that room somehow. This feels like it also wants water. I think we've already experimented with this as much as we can really right now. Because our different weapons don't make a difference on this. It's not like we can spin it faster with the dagger. Let's just scoot into this little boss arena and see what happens. If we die, I don't think we lose anything at this point. We basically just came over here to look around. So let's see what that sign at the top says. No, we got that one already. Collect the 4 sigils. The path will expand further still. Can I shoot it with flares from underneath? No, he doesn't care about that. The Celtic Cross doesn't do anything for us. The laser does hurt. Doesn't hurt that bad. And that doesn't do anything. Regular shuriken time. I have a single shuriken. Do I have to, like, reflect it back into him? Nope, the shuriken doesn't do nothing. What about a rolling shuriken? No. Landing on him doesn't work. Is there something I have to get him to shoot? There's a lot of bouncing lasers in this room. There's a ladder on the left-hand side. It just doesn't exist yet. Caltrops probably aren't going to do anything because he's not moving, but let's try them anyway, because we haven't yet. It's worth a shot at least. Nope, Caltrops don't work. Do you like a big skull, maybe? Can I interest you in skull? What about the shield? Can we use the shield to deflect it back at him? He does not care about that. Shield, I didn't hit it. I don't think this works. Nope, it just broke the shield. Okay. It looks like none of the tools that we have actually work on this thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to think this is definitely a comeback once you know the solution to this guy kind of puzzle, because all of our equipment is insufficient for our needs. Can I teleport out of here? Yeah, probably. I think we're just gonna die, though. We haven't earned anything of value from coming in here, and I don't know if this is gonna cause a problem to flee from a boss fight, so we're just gonna die and reset. Oh, we have that continue option now because we have the Holy Grail. That quick save actually just let us go back to the last Holy Grail we touched. Interesting. Well, that's handy. I appreciate that, game. Where are we going from here now? So, we have a room on the right over here, and this one actually has a symbol that indicates we have to light torches, I think? Offer 3 lights to the heavens, yeah. I have a feeling we won't be able to solve this until we're able to activate that rune platform thing there. But it definitely sounds like it's doing something about firing... That one hit early. Firing torches up through the ceiling. Why did this one not hit anything? There must be a ladder there or something? I should stop firing all of my flares. We have a limited supply of them. I don't know how easy it is to get more. But that is curious. Alright. So we have a couple different things we can go and try. At this point, one of the things that I want to do is go back to the waterfall. At the surface. Because I still feel like there's something else here, and now we have an ability that lets us attack upwards more easily. It might be easier to find interesting places hidden in the walls. So we're gonna come back up this way. I also want to go check in on Mulbrook. I believe that's her name. And see if she has anything new to say while she's still turned to stone. I'm pretty sure we haven't found anything that would help her, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing good for us to go do over there. Yeah, this is still the door I can't open because I don't have the right tools for the trade. But if we come down this wall with the knife... Aha! There is something there. I think that the axe might have worked from being on the ground as well, but just smashing it to pieces with the knife also found us something. It just seemed weird to me that there would be a little room here with nothing in it as a reward for coming through the water and finding something in the wall. So I wondered if there was something else accessible here, and it looks like the answer is yes. So let's jump around from the top again and see if we can get in there. I don't know what the best way to get into that area again is. So we just jump from here? Yeah, it looks like it'll do it. Oh no, that's not ground! That will not do the trick. Okay, we have to go all the way to the top of them, I guess. But that is an interesting little secret we've got there, so let's see what we can do with it. Assassinate the vulture. Alright. Loop around the ledge. What is in this rock? No. Oh, it's a sacred orb. Well, I'll take a sacred orb. That's more health, so we can experiment with things more easily, at least. I was kind of hoping for a progression item, but I'll take a sacred orb. I don't know if there's anything else that I suspect of being down here that I can actually do. Obviously, when we get the ability to solve those seals, there'll be something interesting for that. These birds are so annoying. But other than this, I don't know if we have a whole lot of other options here. I'm gonna jump over him this time. Nope! I still fell the wrong direction. I was hoping that by jumping over him, I'd be able to reset my fall direction so I'd fall to the left. But evidently that didn't work. Okay. I'm just gonna teleport out. It is not worth trying to get out of this area. So we can go back to the Endless Corridor, but we're pretty sure there's nothing there until we have the ability to help the fairies, which needs to get the item from Isis, who's presumably in the Temple of the Sun. In order to solve the Temple of the Sun, we still need one of those sigils. So the core thing that we're missing right now, I think, is a sigil of some kind. We don't know how to get them, but we know we need them. This room has our friend in it. Yes. Under the protection of Isis, my life is preserved in an eternal slumber. In accordance with the ancient contract, I shall lend my powers to the one who awakens me. So presumably, if we can figure out what to do with Isis, we'll get both access to the fairies and to thawing, depetrifying Mulbrook. Well, that looked neat. Whatever it was, it's gone, but it looked neat. So the problem is, as far as I can tell, the right side of this area is basically just stuck on needing one of those pieces now. This, can I hurt this? Yes. So I can damage that guy, which means we might actually have a shot at doing something more interesting here. So let's get a bit of speed going. We should be able to make that jump across. If I jump from the right starting position. There we go. And then we should be able to destroy this statue. And that'll let us get into the room behind it, which had a whole bunch of secret messages. Okay, maybe not from there. No, that part doesn't like it. Okay, let's try a different weapon. Bigger, heavier duty weapon. I actually don't think this is working at all. I think the first attack just happened to line up with one of those random animations where it moves slightly and the dust falls off of it. That's sad. I thought we had something here, but it looks like I'm wrong. Either that, or it's specifically vulnerable only to shurikens. Which could be possible, but I think is unlikely. What's in here again? Yes, that's the goddess Isis of the Temple of the Sun. We knew that already. So if I can't destroy that guy, then that cuts off that extra information that I was hoping to get, and it means that this side is just inaccessible to us realistically right now. We can come up to here, which is neat, but I can't do anything to this, so we can't actually do anything as a result. If we drop back down and go below, there's a room that is probably going to have a boss in it that currently has nothing. What else is down here? Is it possible we've changed the state of that boss and we actually have something to fight here? I extremely doubt it. Because the area just beside it specifically says something along the lines of, "Ye who have solved all the puzzles here, make thy descent now." And we have not solved all the puzzles. I don't know if we've even solved most of the puzzles. There we go, put that person in jail. I don't think we have any way to access this thing as well, because it's another one of those runes. A lot of these areas are just inaccessible to us until we figure out how to start getting these rune stones. So that's kind of our core problem right now. This is that information room that I'm talking about. If we can get past the statue, there's a whole pile of potential details for us in there, but if we can't figure out how to break it, we can't be doing that. The real problem is that apart from jumping in that hole, I don't know where else we would find a boss in this area, something else that would give us more progress. The Sun Temple itself seems kind of like we've gotten most of the relevant things out of it already. What we're gonna try, though, is just saving here and jumping in the hole to see if anything has changed. We have a minecart that we can push first. That'll let us lower this platform below. Because now with our body weight on it, it'll slide. And it'll slide right down to here and stop. If we shove it again, it goes into the boss arena hole. But I don't know why we would want that. We could do it, but I don't know what it's for. Have we been in the room above this? Yes, this is the descent from the pyramid. So yeah, we can still jump in this hole without pushing the cart into it, but I don't know what the cart is for. Let's do it one more time. We've already saved, so if we've made a terrible mistake, we can always just reload. But it seems like that's what it wants us to do. We could try pushing it the other direction and see if it'll turn around. That would be interesting. I don't think I've tried that before. It would make more sense for it to need to go left here instead of right. So let's go try that. Because when it fell into the hole last time and we went into the hole to check for it, I don't think it was down there. So let's see if we can push it back the other way. No, it looks like it is only pushable from behind. Can we hit it with something else to turn it around if it's big enough, maybe? No. It doesn't seem to care about rotating. Alright. Into the hole with it then. If that's what it wants, that's what we'll do. Can I push it with me in it? No. Ah! It looks like pushing that in here lowers the spike floor. What? Lowers the spike floor that would normally be in this arena. But the problem is, we don't have one of those Ankh gems. So while we can get in here, we can't actually trigger the boss fight. These things can only be destroyed if you have a red Ankh gem. And we don't got one of those. If I push this into the wall, does anything happen? I cannot push it anymore. Okay. That's fine. I want to go back and check one more thing in the first boss room. Now that we have the Holy Grail, does anything change in some of these earlier areas? Because we can come back down into here. I don't know if anything has changed, but it's certainly possible. Take a quick peek in here. No, it looks the same to me. Nothing interesting on the wall there. Nothing interesting on the wall here, from what I can see. Okay. No. Alright. It was worth a check. So what is going to be our main way to proceed here at this point? We've got a couple different areas we can go back to. I'm pretty sure the Mausoleum of Giants still has some stuff in it that we can actually explore. So that's probably going to be our next best bet. The Inferno Cavern seems like it's pretty much covered what we can access of it right now. The Twin Labyrinth might be the place to go. It's just very annoying in there. So I'm trying to explore my other options first. But I have a feeling that might be where we need to be. Well, let's hop down into the Labyrinth of the Mausoleum of Giants first, and just make sure there's nothing else we can do with the cool new toys that we've acquired. If there isn't, then it's back to the Labyrinth, because the Labyrinth definitely has some stuff. Even if it's just a boss fight that we haven't figured out if we're able to fight it or not yet, it definitely has some interesting things to go and look at. So, we'll do a quick pass in the bottom half of the labyrinth. This mural resembles one of those geoglyphs said to be an alien. Ah, one of the Nazca line shapes. I don't remember if there's an alien in the actual Nazca lines, but I will not question it here. It looks like there's an area accessible on the left-hand side there at the top. We still don't have a map of this area to be able to actually check any of these things, though. If we swing over to the right-hand side, over here... what do we have at the far end? Right, there's that treasure room we don't know how to access. So let's see if we can figure out how to get over there. That could be a good little quick obstacle for us to approach solving. We're getting a little low on health, because I'm being kind of blasé with my survival. But we know that that room would be basically above us, either here or one room over. So there may be some way to have these giants help us get there. Oh, I thought he was closer to death than that. Apparently not. It was instead I who was close to death. Those who plunder the red something shall never escape. Yeah, we saw that previously too. Oh yeah, it's this ladder. We haven't figured out how to get around this lack of bases on ladders. If there is a way to do it, I don't know what it is. No. I was wondering if that secret spot would happen to open up his, get him to move into his kneeling pose, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Was there always a button on that guy's hand? Was there always a button there? I don't remember that button there. And it said something happened. We need to go look around these other statues now. Hold on. What has happened? These all seem the same. Is there anybody above us here? I don't remember if there's many at least, statues at this height. I'm very close to death. We're also very close to an experience-based level up, or rather heal, so... we might be able to get around that dying by just hitting a couple more dudes before they hit us. Because there's this one, but he doesn't have anything different about him. We've acquired a couple of new things since you were last here, May. We were pretty fast at getting some new stuff at the start of the stream, although it slowed down a little bit as we've been progressing further. I'm about to die, aren't I? No, we got lucky and fell on the elevator instead of falling on the death spikes. Almost forget. That one was going to take us right into the wall. Okay, so... where else can we get what we need here? What's going to be different in other areas? That hand button... I see. We still don't have a gem. At least we know what changed. If we come down here, there is now a activatable spot that will give us a boss fight. But until we figure out how to get more of those boss fight crystals, we're not going to be able to do anything with that knowledge. There's our full heal. What's in here again? I think this is the Endless Corridor? Yes. We don't need anything in there. Well, we did learn something new. We've gained access to a potential fight, even if we can't do anything with it just yet. There's spikes in the ceiling here for some reason, which is interesting. Like, why are those spikes there? Unclear, but that's fine. Many things in this game are yet unclear. This pit doesn't look like it has anything for us, but it is arranged to the same orientation as those other those other otherworld versions of the same symbol. Is there anything else in this area that we have the ability to explore right now while we're here? I think we're kind of running out of options, because that was really one of the two things that I was looking for. There's these big eye doors that we don't know what to do with. It says they're hiding something very important. It's almost certainly a door behind them. But until we can figure out how to interact with them, it's not going to do us any good. There is a spot above it that looks kind of like a... like something a block would fall out of. But it doesn't seem to be something we can really interact with. Is this a door? Just on the off chance? No, just looks like one. Okay, well in that case, I think our main option to proceed here is to go back into Inferno Cavern and actually go check out the twinned area. Because as much as it's been fun running around some of these other places finding bits and pieces, that seems to be the area with the most unexplored rooms and potential for us to actually find the stuff we're looking for. So if it'll let me get out of the lava today... It is not going to let me get out of the lava today, is it? Ugh, the jumping out of lava sucks. The swimming mechanics in general are very mean. Alright, we're up, that's the important thing. We can swing over to the labyrinth. We have a bird boss in there we can maybe learn how to fight. And we have a couple of other little bits and pieces that might be worth experimenting with as we go. So, yeah, I also thought it was interesting the flare went through the floor there. I don't really understand the rules for the flare yet. In some cases, it seems as though it hits the ceiling, but in others it doesn't. Like, in that upper room we were just looking at before, where it said, like, illuminate the 3 whatevers. It went through the actual, like, visible ceiling, but hit the top of the window, except in a couple of places where it went through the top of the window too. I don't really understand what the flares hit. Like, what triggers something to be real enough to be impacted by a flare hit. I'm sure we'll eventually figure it out, but for now, it doesn't seem clear to me. Alright, let's get rid of the harpy here. Thank you. What we'd like to find in this area is where the actual checkpoint is, so that we can potentially come back here without having to loop all the way around from the Inferno Cavern. That would be really nice. We'll take what we can get, but that would be very nice. Now this leads into this other side room we were just in. Yep, nothing new in there. Bunch of cash in these pots, because we've never broken those before. Little wizard friend, good to know he's in here still. That room on the left looks like it is blocked. We saw those same kind of, like, fiery doorways previously. I don't know what causes that, but it does seem like it still blocks our path. I'm pretty sure this is the boss arena. Let's try our flare gun maybe here? That might work. Nope, that hits the wall right next to us. Or maybe the feather? It is incredibly difficult to even get into a position to be able to attack this guy. The flare gun does hit it. Can I dodge this? No. Okay. Does he stop time every time I hit him? I can't hit the feathers. Okay, we're learning a couple of bits and pieces here. We're gonna have to go all the way back around again because the game is mean. But we're learning things here. Let's get out of the lava, thank you very much. And loop our way back around here. So, it seems to me that really we're looking for any of those rune symbols, because that'll open up a lot more of the game, even if it'll be annoying trying to remember which symbol is actually where. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot of specific things that we know we're looking for. We know we need to find a item from Isis, because that'll let us get the fairies. But other than that, I don't know if we have a whole lot of specific pieces that we know we're looking for. Which is a little worrying, because... well, I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference. Knowing what we need doesn't change what we can actually access, so... if we just focus on going the places that we can go, that'll probably give us most of what we can do anyway. Before we go back up to the top, I want to double check and make sure we don't have access to the checkpoint in this area, because I think we never went right twice from the opening room. So let's go over that way first before we proceed too much further under the assumption that we can't get another checkpoint here. I just need to not fall into this trap! He says while immediately falling into the trap. Alright. This is why this place is so annoying. You make one mistake and you have to loop all the way back around because everything is either dead ends or bosses that kill you. Not my favorite place. Alright, let's get out of here and try and get back up there before that happens. Come on. Let me out. We've got science to do, and we can only do it in a place that's quite far away from here. It is such a blessing being able to teleport, though, even if it's still inconvenient to go back to places like this. Not being able to... Not having to go manually between every single area transition saves us so much time. Alright. Yes, we do... This door catches me every time I try and go up that ladder. We do have the Holy Grail now. That was the thing we figured out at the start. We figured out how to wrap the world in the Gate of Guidance. And I only figured it out... Well, I figured it out in part because I had partly remembered something from the manual, and when I went back to check the manual, I found out it actually just told me exactly what to do, which was a little embarrassing, but, you know, we'll live. This place is very annoying as well. Lots of enemies that just drop directly on top of you, and who can fire projectiles through all the walls. Please stop, you monk... you walrus gorillas. Alright. Now, all I have to do is not fall in the hole. Like that. Nice. I don't know if there's anything of worth down here, but we might as well go check it out while we're here. Reveal the light to the grieving twins. Reveal the light to a world destroyed. The hero confers light upon the twins as they hold up the world. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Let's, hold on to that one too, since you have a bunch of spots for those kinds of messages. Oh, I know those aren't the most annoying enemies. They're just currently annoying enemies. What's in here? A bunch of spikes. We might... No, that's interesting. You can take the top path, but it takes 2 weights, so it's just expensive to take the top path. But it saves you having to go through a bunch of these... Ah! There are instant death traps! We haven't found those before, now we know something new. Lovely. Give me one hot second to deal with this. How does this actually work? That way, right. No? What? Do you seriously not have mod controls when you're streaming? Why would they do that to you? Why is that a thing? That's extremely dumb. Okay, well, that's fine. Let me try and do it the other way. There we go. Problem solved. Weird. They don't give you access to the controls to do that the normal way, though. Okay. It's fine. We'll make our way back around again. Now we know that there's a death trap in there, so there's even more incentive to pay the 2 weight fee to go the easy way. It's just sad that you have to go through all of these like slow waiting ladders to be able to get back to the place I want to be. If it was just a matter of running straight there, it'd be much faster, but having to stop at every ladder to kill some guys, this really slows down the pace at which you can proceed. Should move the mouse off the screen again. There we go. Alright. Back to the Twin Labyrinth we go. We're gonna go all the way to the right again. We're gonna not fall in the hole again, and then we're gonna take the high road so we don't get murdered by a column. That sounds like a good strategy to me. All right, high road it is. Let's just keep moving so we don't get murdered by any more columns. 5 witches plus 1 more will gather, at which point Baphomet will be summoned. Okay, so... I don't know what that means, but I'm sure we will figure it out by the time we need to... by the time we need to summon Baphomet. Let's get out of here. This... looks like it's going to be a trap that does the same thing on this side. Or if we stand still, it's... yeah... Does that reset? It doesn't reset. That's very mean. It looks like it's a one-way door anyway, but like... this place is mean! Alright, we've made it to the checkpoint. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a new save file. Jeez. This place is rude. It just wants you dead. More so than most of the places we've visited, surprisingly. That has nothing in it. Presumably there's nothing we can do in there. Oh. Oh. It isn't just mirrored in the world. This is the other statue. They're both here. They both say they're the number 3. Do I have to throw a light at them? They said, like, show the light to. Is that a matter of just, like, hit with a flare? It is! That is an angry-eyed giant man. What do the other messages say, then? What are the other things I have to show the light to? Did I not save that one? I bet you I did save it, but it's before we died, so it got reset and we lost it. It was like, show it to them... show it to... I don't remember, I'll have to go find it again. So interestingly enough, this is actually the other side of the world that we do know. We've seen this before. That elevator will open if we hit it hard enough. It said something as well about above Triton's navel. That doesn't do anything. If we drop down on this side, where do we go? Oh! It is connected to the Temple of Moonlight. It's not in an alternate universe, it's just in the Temple of Moonlight. Interesting. I don't know how to interpret that now. Let's go back up. Interesting. So I have actually been in this exact version of the world. It was just an uncooperative one. But I still can't warp here. Ugh. I hate that! I try and get out of the warp menu and I always warp somewhere, and I can't go back to where I just was. That's what I just said. We're just gonna reset back to our save file, I think. I just wanted to get out of the warping menu. There, back where we needed to be. So, from here, I think we want to go up on this ladder. There we go. What does this say? Ah, this is the Big Brother, Little Brother shop things again. We've already found and purchased from both of those shops, as far as I know. That's how we got the skull in the first place. So, we should be pretty good on that front. This is where we need to drop onto the statue. I missed. Lovely. Let's go back and not miss this time, so that we can hit that button and correctly ascend. Because I'm pretty sure this is relevant to us. I don't remember what we found here before. It might be that we just can't do whatever's up that elevator. But if nothing else, we can turn it on. And that'll save us some time if we come back here later. All I need to do is not miss the target. There we go. Up we go. There's a door on the right that's blocked. Is this another boss arena? Yes. It's another flying enemy. Oh, this is the one that makes the ghosts. At least I can hit this one. This might be a matter of just, like, rush him down before he can make too many ghosts. I probably want the dagger for that, then. Can I even kill the ghosts? Yes. We're gonna go dagger for this. Because the dagger is probably the best for slow-moving targets like this one. We are taking a jillion damage, though. I wonder if he won't land until we kill more of his ghosts. That looks like exactly what happens. Unfortunately, since he spawns the ghosts on top of us, we didn't manage to get any hits in there. Okay, well, we know where we're at now, so that's news, at least. Really? The autosave is in the wrong version of the game? We reset, we loaded from the save, but the autosave was still over there. This game is weird, man. This game is weird. Alright. I don't know if we can beat that guy, but I want to go back and try again, because I think we have a couple of other options. If this tower just has two big flying bosses in it that we can't beat, that would be pretty sad, but I have a feeling that that one might be doable. It would probably be more doable if I had full health, so it might be worth, if I'm really determined to do this, to go heal first. Because by the time we get there, we only have like 50 health left. But what I want to try... I can't hit him below this line, huh? We can get some good hits on him with the axe, though. The only problem is that the ghosts, since they spawn on all sides of the platform, they are definitely a problem to us immediately. I don't know how many times I have to hit him either. And since his ghosts are all just flying around freely now, it's going to be a little bit of a hazard for us, but I can just whack him as he comes through the middle of the room. If I don't kill too many ghosts, he won't go deviate from his plan and go plant more. But he came and planted them directly under my feet. Alright, we have to go back to title, because we know if we try and continue, it'll load us from the wrong place. So let's get back in here and give this another try. And I fell right into the death pit again. Love that for us. Let's go ahead and reset. Because I think we can probably beat that flying goat. I'm not 100% confident, but I am fairly confident that we should be able to do it. And if we can get... The real problem is that this isn't a teleport point. If it was, it would be really easy to heal and then come back. But since we can't easily heal and then come back, it makes me hesitant to leave the area at all. Because if it takes us this much health to get to this point, we're just going to need to spend this much health again. You know? We could farm a little bit of experience orbs off these guys and do it that way. If this room consistently drops a 7 or 8 orb, that's pretty good, and we'll get there pretty fast. So that could be worth it. That's a 9 orb. And that's a weight. That's pretty good. If these are consistently going to drop stuff for us, this might be the way to do it. Maybe not if they keep hitting me while I'm trying, but if they still will give us stuff most of the time, it's probably going to be pretty fast. The gators, I don't think, are quite as consistent with orbs, but we got one there. They only give a 5 orb, though. 5 or a 6. It's going to take a little while if we have to do it this way, so I'm not super keen on this approach being the way that we do this. But if we can get full health, we might have a decent shot at beating that boss. Although they seem to be a little bit less generous with the drops now. The birds have stopped dropping anything, which is not a great sign for that strategy to work. I don't know if we're just getting unlucky, but the fact that nothing is dropping anymore makes me question if it's the bad luck or if it's just what happens if you try and farm stuff from the same place for too long. These guys aren't dropping anything either, though, so it might actually just be bad luck. I do hate the doors in this labyrinth. A lot of things that aren't doors definitely look like doors. Let's go ahead and turn the elevator on, and then I can go save with the elevator on, and we probably won't have to turn it on every time. So that'll make life a little bit easier. Scoot back over to the save station. Hold on a second. Did it now become a save location and wasn't before?
It's me! Emails are getting to be a hassle. The Holy Grail is great for warping through the normal world, but you probably want to start warping in the alternate world as well. As I recall, the wavelength sent out from a certain piece of game software reacts with the Holy Grail. If you load that software, you should be able to warp into the alternate world as well.
Is this a warp point now? No. I need to be very careful here. Don't go. There we go. Did I save? I don't know. So let's save again just to be sure. Yeah, it looks like we did. So it looks like it is not a warp point, but it is now our quick save. So at least that's something. At least that's something. Yeah, I really don't want to have to sit around here and grind for points to be able to come back and actually fight things. So I guess I'm just not gonna. It's too bad that this isn't an actual shop or anything we get something useful from. Will the elevator come up or down on its own? Yes. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. I just slid off of nothing. That's curious. Is it the whole way there, or is it only part of the way there? You can see it. You can kind of see it. Oh no, it doesn't exist after all. What did I hit? This game is weird, man. I felt certain that we had found something strange there. I guess that's all that happened. I just walked off the elevator and as a result, didn't go anywhere. Bizarre. Alright, let's go to the top again. I have a couple things I want to try on this fight, even though we have less health than we normally do. One of those things I want to try. Oh, that wasn't it. That was just me getting hit by a goat twice and dying. Yeah, we really need, like, some health for this. The inaccessibility of this area, very annoying after we have the access to teleport everywhere else. Alright. I don't think we have what it takes to fight the other bird yet, because that one gives us a whole different kind of problem. But we probably have what it takes to beat this goat if I can just avoid walking straight into him. You can stop that at any time there, Harpy. Elevator, please come back down so we can attempt to go back up. Because what I want to try and do, there's a couple places we should be able to leave traps. So if we use the caltrops, we can leave it in places where it's going to fly through. Because it has a very set flight pattern once it starts going back and forth. If we can take advantage of that to leave a bunch of caltrops in the places that it has to travel, we'll be able to get free damage with no risk because it won't be able to do anything to us either way. Like that top platform there, it flies basically straight through the whole thing most times. But like that time, the ghosts ate most of... Oh, come on! Don't land right on me like that. That's very rude of you. Like, if we stay underneath the platforms, we can shred these guys pretty fast. It just makes it a little hard to do damage to the boss. Stop landing right on me! That is the only thing that is likely to kill me if I'm doing this. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out down here and hope you don't land right on me. Amazing. Okay, so it looks like he may prioritize the tile that we are standing on, so we might be able to use that to our advantage. Even if it is inconvenient for the purposes of that attempt, we may have learned something useful. And I missed the elevator, which is not ideal. But thankfully, it'll be back. Let's get up there and hopefully have a better showing for our work. That's 3 hits right off the top. That's pretty good. It does seem like he goes to the platform we are standing on. There goes almost all of our health immediately. Nope, that time he went to a totally different place. It looks like it is actually entirely random, and we just had incredibly bad luck like 3 times in a row. Alright. That's fine. We can live with that. He's coming to the center platform. I do think that if we're standing on the same level as him, using the knife to quickly fry a bunch of his ghosts is probably going to be the fastest way to kill them. But if we're not standing on the same platform as him, the axe is good because let's just attack him from below. If we can get up to the top when he's at full ghosts like this, we can do that strategy I was talking about with the caltrops. But the problem is the ghosts walking around might actually make that not viable because they will walk... Oh my goodness. They will walk through the caltrops and destroying them for us. So that might not work either. It seemed like a good strategy at the time, but I'm starting to have doubts. Presumably killing the ghosts doesn't actually do anything to the boss, he just spawns more. But making sure there's always at least one means that he has to keep coming down and placing them. If I didn't just completely whiff that, we'd be able to maybe take advantage of that space. That's the worst place for him to spawn them, in the corner, because by the time I can kill the first ones, he's already turned around and planted... The ones that have walked away from me, rather, have turned around and walked back into me. Yeah, that's not good. Ah! Okay, we lasted a lot longer that time, but I'm just getting... chipped down because we have so little health. So it may literally be we either have to fill up our experience bar and get our health back, or take the long walk around, because not having enough health really makes this hard. If everyone wants to drop experience like this, though, I will take it, and that'll be a nice, quick refresh. I feel like that boss is absolutely in our reach, though. It is just a matter of actually going in there with full health. I think we have a good strategy. I'm just not perfect at executing it yet. We pick up enough green orbs that will fill our health back to full, and then we should be able to give another shot with a much higher chance of being able to actually pull things off. Because even if our health isn't full, if it's at least less empty, that'll make a big difference. Getting more caltrops, it's almost like they want me to do caltrop strat. But I don't think it's a good strat. Unfortunately. It might be viable, but I don't think it's good. Alright. Let's scoot over here a couple more times. We are taking even more damage as we try and fight these more times, but that's just the price of doing business, it seems. I'm gonna die fighting these harpies, aren't I? They're the best source of experience, so they're good for us to fight, but man, I am not good at avoiding running into them, apparently. Alright, only one or two more orbs should have us back at full health, and then we can actually go do this properly. We're so close to that blue bar being full, and that'll give us the full refill. So let's go kill an alligator or two and hopefully get our final orb. And then we go touch the checkpoint and save, so if we accidentally die, we don't have to do this again. No! No! I hate this so much. I hate this so much. We might as well die. We just have to go back and grind more now. It sucks. This game is mean and hates you. Any game that forces you to do grinding like this to heal, because you can't otherwise get there in a reasonable way, is very mean. Let's save it. And go back around again. That's the first time I've failed that jump in a long time, but it was the worst possible time to fail it, and we are one step away from being done with this. Alright. Bird experience, thank you. More bird experience, thank you again. I'll take your gator money and we'll go back for your bird experience. No bird experience. No bird experience. Alright. Gator money? No gator money. Again, we're back in the position where we only need 1 or 2 orbs and we'll be done collecting orbs. So we're close, just not close enough to actually do it yet. Give me that orb. Alright, I don't know if I actually picked that one up in time. So that sucks. There's another weight, but not an orb. I cannot wait until this section is done and we can go try and fight the boss again. There we go! Now please do not fall in the hole. There we go. Let's save our game. I saw the quick save go off there, so we should be good, but it doesn't hurt to double check anyway. I don't care if my health isn't perfect, especially if I can't jump up this ledge and keep running into little guys near them. But at least now we have about 3 times as much health as we had before, so if we get accidentally landed on a couple of times, we should be able to actually do something about it. We're not just immediately doomed. Alright, boss time, here we go. There was a thing that was talking about above Triton's navel, too, and that sounds like it's talking about right there, but I don't know what to do with that. Go for 3 hits with the axe right off the top. Back for a hit on the underpass there. He's going to drop down to the lower level, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the caltrops. Oh, I missed my jump, though. Throw a bunch of caltrops on the... Ugh. Yeah, jerk, that was exactly the time I didn't need you to do that. Alright, the caltrops actually do hurt me, I have just learned. That's new. It's new and I don't like it. He's back on the central platform again, so I could be hitting him, but because we aligned ourselves poorly there, we missed some of our opportunity for damage. There's a good chance to slap. If he goes too high up, it'll be hard for us to consistently hit him because there's a lot of stuff in the way now with all these minions he's dropped. But if he comes down right to the bottom, it's also tricky because it's hard for us to close the gap with him before he can spawn new minions. It looks like he's spending less time on the ground now. I could be wrong about that, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's an indicator that he is actually getting low. But we're clearing him out. That time he took a really long time on the ground, though, so I could be wrong. Maybe it's just a matter of, like, he stays until you hit him once. Aha! Got him! Thank you! Unfortunately, he didn't drop anything. No. Okay. Wizard in there. There's a witch in there. There's another wizard friend in there. There's an item in here, and I can't go back down. I was like, I'll just come look up this, what's in all these different rooms so that I can go get access to the elevator and leave. I cannot do that. Aha. I can do that. Good. Let's avoid getting murdered by wizards. Oh wow, that's a long stun. Alright, let's go to the left-hand side here, because... Oh, that's not how that works at all. This is a weird little room. I don't know what it's about, but it's weird. That might be the Baphomet summoning room? It's got a bunch of like demon sacrifices on the walls, and it's unclear. There's 2 witches in the room beside it. There's a new witch that just spawned. Okay. That witch uses evil smoke. Let's go get the checkpoint before we die. I don't know what that's all about now, and I don't want to die finding out. So let's go ahead and get out of there. It's cool, that last witch has got moves. I just don't know what they're doing, and I don't want to die finding out, because we took a lot of damage real fast in there. Alright, let's do a proper save here. Ow. We're right back down to no health again, which seems to be our constant state of affairs, which is not my favorite. The problem is, collecting that big experience orb from the boss means that it put us immediately to a new level, but it meant that we're starting from 0 again. That doesn't really make much of a difference in this context, because we were already basically at 0, but still. Having your healing progress set back when it didn't need to be is sad. We didn't really even take that much damage in that version of the boss fight. So, we don't have a whole lot of other options in here. We can go into the witch room. I wonder if the 4 witches are respawned or not. Nice backflip there, friend. Alright, if we come back into the witch room, I assume the multiple witches are back, which means we will not be strong enough to fight them. All 5 witches are back. That's actually kind of good for the progression. We need to figure out how to do +1 more. Presumably that's us. But I don't know how we can do that. Must be an item or a program or something we need to bring there. I don't know for sure, though. I'm surprised attacking here hasn't got us killed by the eyeball. It's usually a safe bet. If you attack anything in a room with one of those weapon things, it just murders you. Yeah, I don't think the skull is it. I think the skull is needed, like, at an altar somewhere. I feel like we were told a message about the kind of place the skull needed to be put, and I just don't remember what it said because we can't go back. The shopkeeper, I think, said something about where it goes. But I don't recall exactly what it was that he said anymore. So I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. Now, one thing I actually don't know if we've checked. Have we gone over? Yeah, we have been over here. Have we been over here? Hold on, what does this say? The power to stop time. For thine eyes only will time flow. Even things too quick to be seen will become visible. Yeah, well, we have heard about the power to stop time already, because that boss does have it. I don't know if that's what we need here, but we are aware of it at least. There might be an actual door up there, but I can't get up to it, I don't think. It's a little too high. Oh, I fell in the death pit. Can I grab this wall on the way down? No. Great. I guess we just reset it again? It's really too bad we can't come here with the warps. I think that's really the most inconvenient thing. So if we go somewhere else, we may be able to come back here later when it's easier to reach. There's still probably a couple of things that we have access to in other areas that we could go back and get. I'm just trying to look at our list of items. I feel like we should have a rune by now. I don't know where we're supposed to get it is the problem. The seals. Sorry, I think that's that item listed at the bottom there called seals. I feel like we should have access to a seal by now based on nothing but my own suspicion of where we're at in the story. Or rather, with access to these zones. There's been so many things that have needed seals. It seems crazy that if there's 4 of them, we have still got none of them. Let's warp out of here, because this place is mean. But where do we want to go? If we go back to the Mausoleum of the Giants, the bottom left, we already killed the ghost, right? I think we did, yeah. So that's unlikely to change. So far, despite my misgivings about things being reliably the same thing over time, it does seem like the boss arenas don't turn into other rooms in general. Let's swing our way over to the left here. So now we're back up in the top area of this, which is actually one of the bits we've kind of explored the least. There was a couple of valuables here. If we touch that sign on the top right, it kills us. Nibra Sky Disc. We don't know anything about that yet. This is a trap room. There might not be anything else up here. Maybe I just misremembered. I guess so. Because below us down here is the room that leads to the ghost. And we definitely fought the ghost already. I feel like I have to go double check. Yeah, no, we fought the ghost already. This room is clear. Okay. The skull belonged to a statue matching it? Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it said. Oh. Neat. It was something like that, though. It was something along the lines of, bring this skull back to its lost body. But I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah. This is more instructions about the specific names of all the giants involved in a grand old battle. But we don't know what they're actually for yet. There's nothing else down here that we're able to find, just more ghosts and switches, but the switches don't seem to do anything because both of the places that we found we can bring them don't actually interact yet. Even if we match them to the ones there. And this room takes us back to the Infinite Corridor. I do want to head into the Infinite Corridor at least for a little bit here, just to see if there's anything I might have missed in there, because the Infinite Corridor is the smallest of all the areas we've seen, which makes me think there's probably something I've overlooked. So let's get back in here. Because there's not a whole lot of options as to where we can go in here. It's basically just left and right. So let's do a quick scoot around and check. There's also that key door that we found that we couldn't do anything with. So there's a couple bits worth looking at in here. And besides, we kind of only came here once anyway. What does this say? Call forth the dragon that sleeps in this land, follow the true flow, and the answer shall be entrusted to the dragon. I have a feeling true flow has something to do with which of these passages you used to move from right to left. I think that's exactly what it has to do with, because that dingle-dingle I don't think was there before. That might just be the dingle-dingle that tells you there's a shop on this floor, though, which might be one of those, if you have the correct seal, you can gain access to the shop, but since you don't have it, you can't find anything. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, inside this block is a shop, for example. No one else has anything to say to us. If we go to the top here, does it do anything? No. So yeah, I do suspect the true flow is something to do with choosing the correct path across each screen transition. But I don't know what it would actually require us to do. Now there's another save stone there. If we never touched that one, that might be why it's not teleportable, but I'm pretty sure we would have touched it. Let's save again here. And let's see if it shows up in the list. No. Well, yes, Endless Corridor is in the list. We actually knew this one was here already. In the place where one goes to gaze upon the goddess Isis. I feel like this should be doable by now, too. The real question is who in here specifically is the goddess Isis? We know... didn't mean to fall in there. Isis, I believe, is the goddess of healing and magic. Very important in the Egyptian mythological canon. But I don't remember what they look like. Which makes it hard to find them, surprisingly, you know? Because that's Anubis. You'd think they would be at the top of the pyramid, but there's nothing up here. And the other side does have two other deities, but it's not the ones that we need. Because that's Nephthys, and the other one, I don't remember who he is, but he's not Anubis. Or, that's Set, yeah, not Isis. Ibis is a bird. I don't remember if Isis is a bird. She probably is, because Horus is a bird. But I don't remember for sure. Can we get to a position where we can actually check this? Can't do anything from here. So where else do we need to be in order to see Isis? Because they say that she's in the highest position. But she's not in the physically highest position, because that's a different person. So I wonder if by highest position they mean like most honored in a different way? That's Tefnut. Who's this? Is this Shu? That's Shu. These statues are nobody. Who is this again? That's Bastet, Catface, right? We knew that. There's no one in here. Or in here, right? There is someone in here. I think that's Horus, though. I think we already checked this one and it was Horus. Yeah, that's Horus. So where is Ibis? We know that down here... Ow. Down here we are about to die. The Eye of Horus, also known as the Eye of Wedget. If we push this button, the red gem falls out of it. But I don't know if we actually want that to happen or not, so I'm going to try and avoid doing it for now. We're just trying to find Isis somewhere in here. Yeah, depicted with wings but not a full bird. Most of the Egyptian pantheon have animal features but aren't fully birds. The white giant. The question is, what are we missing here? Because there's gotta be a place somewhere in here that does what they're looking for. But I don't know what it is. Because that's not them, that's Hathor. The bottom path has nothing that we need. This has two nondescript statues. So it can't be in here either. Oh! Hold on a second. The boss arenas do have something else sometimes. Hello! We found Isis. The statue of Isis that resembles the ancient Egyptian deity Isis. I'm glad I was using the axe, because I would not have found this otherwise. Isis, the mother of Horus, a flood of motherly love shall grant thee healing powers. I would love healing powers, thank you. I'll push this button and see what happens. What is in here? Isis's pendant. A pendant featuring a decoration of the goddess Isis. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so now we can warp all the way to the Endless Corridor, and that takes us to exactly where we need to be. As long as we don't die to a bat, we can drop this off with the fairy and find out what that's going to do for us. That is indeed Isis's pendant. My fellow fairies will help you now, as promised. We shall make it so that tiny lights are visible in specified areas of the ruins. Come into contact with those lights and the fairies will appear. As I am the queen, I shall remain here. Return to me if you are faced with a task beyond my fairies' powers. Okay. We got an achievement called Got the Cooperation of the Fairies. I don't know what it's gonna do for us yet, but it's at least something new. Let's save real fast. Alright. Now that we have the cooperation of the fairies, what can we do with it? I assume there's something in the corridor here that we can use to test this knowledge, but maybe not. There's the keyhole we saw before. We got the dingle dingle again, which I'm pretty sure just means that there's a shop in here. Where else do we... Okay, no fairies in here. Let's take ourselves back up to the surface. Do a quick heal while we're here. And see if we can find a spot that has a fairy in it so we know what we're looking for. Because so far it is unclear to me what a fairy position actually is and what they do. I think we know that they can do 3 different things. They can fight for you, they can heal you, and they can something else. We saw a message about that a long time ago. But I don't remember what their full list of options actually is. So let's see if we can find one. And if we can, then we'll have something more to work with here. No, not up here, it looks like. That's fine. Let's check the other side. Let's stop in and check in with our buddy while we're here.
The good action games are the ones that make you jump around in your seat.
Great. Alright. Any signs of a fairy? They say a little spot of light, so I'm kind of just looking for like a bright pixel. I don't trust them to be more generous than that. They might not be outside the temple, so it's possible. That's, hold on a second. That's just a flower. I saw the sparkles behind the tail and I became suspicious, but I was fooled. They were both of them deceived. Alright, so far I'm not seeing anything in the way of fairies here. A little disappointing, if you ask me. I just don't know where they are, though. This is nothing against this power. I just don't know how I need to use it. If we hop over here... Is there anything interesting on this side now? Still don't know how to do that. Still nothing here. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like there's any in the overworld, at least not in the areas I have access to. Let's go back to the... No, that's the wrong place. Gate of Guidance, because if anywhere is going to have tutorial information, it's probably the Gate of Guidance. Let's take a look around here, maybe. Nothing in the first couple of rooms, but that doesn't mean there's nothing. Just that we don't see it yet. Now it's possible... No, still nothing in here either. I feel like that's really the room where I have the most confusion about what I'm supposed to be doing in it, other than just, like, get the runestone thing. Is there anywhere else that would have something interesting? Still no fairies that I'm seeing so far. They could just be very rare. But if that's all it is, they're very rare indeed. We've come through a couple of these rooms now without finding any. I'm still a little curious of what they expect us to do in this room, because there's obviously a treasure chest in there, but the button is way below it, so that doesn't make a lot of sense either. I guess this is a fairy! Oh, they're healing me. Okay. That's nice. We actually have a means to get healing now outside of going back to the start or filling up the experience bar. And they follow me around. Nice. I wonder if it's random which one you get every time. I was hoping there might be a door or something in here, but it looks like no. They last for a surprisingly long amount of time. I was kind of anticipating they would have gone by now. Okay, well that's news. We got something relevant here. We got access to fairies. I don't think we can do anything else in this room for now, though. Oh, there they go. I kind of love how they're huge. Like, they're the same size as you. Okay, I have another quick theory I want to test here. If we go back up to the top, can I punch a hole in the ceiling above that gap? I bet you I can. I bet you that's why it's blue. Maybe not punching a hole in it, but I bet you there's some way to break that and let the water flow through. Do we have anything that attacks up? Apart from flares, no, but we do have flares. Flares just go through it, or at least they go through it from that altitude. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what else we can do up there if this isn't something we can change just yet. There's one of those blank spots too, which we've seen a couple of times. I don't know what the purpose of that is either. It's entirely possible it's like a bring a specific thing here and you can put it in, and then if you have the rune for that, you can do something with it, but I don't know. What are we looking for? Because we still haven't found any other weapons, so we don't have a way to fight Laser Eye Man. What else do we know about? There's the time-stopping Griffin. And we don't really have any way to fight him either. I mean, we can go in and fight him, but he does so much damage to us every time he stops time that I don't think we have a reasonable way to actually, like, beat him. There's... what else is there? What other things do we know where they are? This is the one that really bothers me the most. There's an item just sitting here, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If I'm allowed to hit this fish for it, or if the fish is important and killing him will box me out of something. I think we're probably just gonna kill him when I come back here, but I need to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back at it. So give me 1 second here, and then we'll probably come back and murder that fish. Alright. Thanks for your patience there, folks. We're back at it. It's time to beat up a fish. I don't know if it's relevant or not. Well, something happened. I don't know where he went, but he's gone. Alright. Let's, Oh, it's chest opened. It's an Ankh Jewel. I wonder if you can use Ankh Jewels in the wrong place. Or if they're locked only to their own original place. Either way, we know now we were supposed to do that. I think our next mission is I'm gonna go back and try and fight the big, oh my goodness, this single jellyfish is annihilating me. Go back and fight that. Come on, let me out of the water. The big, beefy fella in here again, because I think I've realized I don't know if I've ever actually tried to hit him in the head with my normal weapons. I tried shooting him in the head, and I couldn't seem to hit him. But that doesn't actually mean the idea's bad. It might just mean that my execution sucked. So, I think what we're gonna do is swing back around there. If I can ever get out of this hole. Why am I doing this? I can just warp to the teleport that's right, the checkpoint that's right over there. And then I don't have to worry about it again, because I'm right here. What am I doing? We'll save it up here, now that we've done whatever that fish needed. And I am really good at just jumping into all the enemies in this area. Might make it a little hard to do a fancy boss fight without getting hurt, but I think we want to come through here and try hitting him with... Oh, fairy again. Is it the same kind of fairy every time from the same location? It's a green fairy this time. What do you do? Unclear. Alright, we're gonna try and fight this thing again, and hopefully this time be able to beat it. We have a friend now, right? Okay. Yeah, he does take damage. I'm just bad at hitting him. So the real problem is the range. If I can jump up from underneath, his arms are kind of in the way. But can I get out of the water, please? No. The answer is no, I cannot get out of the water. Can I jump through? Oh, you can just go through his hands. Oh. Well, that makes him way easier. I thought his hands would be like a damage zone. Take the axe, I'm only making one attack at a time. Might as well make more damage out of it. That was so easy! Oh, I'm furious. Oh, I made that way harder for myself than I needed to. His arms weren't real. I was like, there's no way I'll be able to attack his head with a melee weapon because his arms are in the way and I can't move in and back to avoid them, but you just jump through them. We wasted so much time. Let's move this mouse off the screen here. Well, the chest is open, so presumably we could get it from either side, but we're on this side, so we'll come get it here. What does this say? When the waters of the ocean calmed, a new child was born. In pursuit of the sun and moon, man and woman, life and death, a small, wingless, gillless child was born. I don't know if I need that, but I'm gonna save it for now. Oh, great. Some of these tiles break. Good to know. What is in here? Oh, finally! We get a seal! Now I'm gonna have to go check it in all the locations. Is it a use item or is it just equipped all the time? A stone tablet with the writing that describes the beginning. Lets you destroy the corresponding wall seal. Oh, finally! We've been looking for one of these for ages, and it was right in front of us the whole time. I just didn't know what I was looking for. Alright. Let's try riding this elevator up, because I think there might have been something at the top there that might have been relevant. Never mind, we're going to the bottom. Here's one. That didn't look like the symbol that I have, but I guess it is. We just opened a secret doorway. What is the symbol that I have? Yeah, it's like an N with like a Y on top. What's in here? Oh! It's the fish we just kicked out of town. He sells caltrops, shurikens, and weights. Won't you buy something? Blobfishy blob? Okay, well, that one might not be super useful right now, but maybe we'll need to come back there later. Time for us to go hunt around the entire world and see where those origin seals were, specifically that one that we have. Alright. Now we got some momentum, though. I had a feeling we needed one of those from somewhere. I just didn't know from where. Is this the seal that's at the top of this room? Or is that a different one? Come on, elevator. Work with me here. If we make our way back up... It is not the same one. It's interesting also, you can tell because it doesn't glow. It looks like they make them glow so you can tell whether or not you can touch them without having to go all the way to them. So I can appreciate that as a little quality of life thing. One thing I do want to check though. Nope, nothing under there. Alright, back down into the world below we go. Actually, you know what? We're gonna warp back to the surface and check the top left icon over here. Because if this is the one we need, or the one that we have, rather, then we can take advantage of this to get a quick heal while we're there, and then head right back into the dungeon anyway. And if it's not, we had to check this one at some point, so we might as well check it now. It is not. Alright. That's fine. We still also have the other one on the east side of the map by the waterfall to check, because that could also be open now. So we'll do a quick heal, and then we'll head over there, and then we can warp out either way, because it's never fun trying to climb out of the waterfall. Let's roll. I wasn't expecting the fairy points to be quite as incredibly obvious as they are. I kind of expected the game to try and hide them a little more than that. I don't mind, like, I'm cool with it, but I was not expecting them to be so big. Alright. Around we go. Over to the waterfall. We have one big jump to make. And I hope we make it on the first try. Didn't make it on the first try. These birds are so rude. I was tacking the other direction! I need to go back up here the proper way this time, because we're not done doing this challenge yet, so I can't just warp out. But boy, if they don't make these birds annoying. Stop! I'm trying to bait him to attack in any direction other than directly there. I guess it doesn't matter, I just need to go straight up to the top. So I need to jump from the top of the thing anyway. But if I stand here, he will dive bomb me immediately. No! I hate these birds, oh my goodness. They're so unnecessarily annoying. Alright. Oh boy. This is so rude. Do not dive bomb me to my death immediately, please, bird. I am not into it. If you want to dive bomb now so I can deal with you. There we go. It is active. What is in this box? Another seal. Okay. We just doubled the number of doors we can open. Let's warp back to town because I'm not walking over there past those elevators again, or those ladders again. Is this the one that was over here? It kind of looks like it was to me. Let's scoot over and check. It feels like having one or two of these seals is going to open up a lot of doors for us. So let's go see what else we got now. No, it is not that one. Okay, good to know. So, I think now we are going to go back to the Gate of Guidance. Because I think one of them is the one that's right through here. We were just looking at with the... No, it's the same one that's on the surface, but not one that we have. Unfortunate, but at least now we know. Alright, let's keep going down. There's more places to check that have more different seals. Now, I don't remember if there's any in the bottom area completely, but I believe there is one in this left area. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna fall straight on a spike. Nope, we didn't. We're good. It's just gonna make us climb back up again. So I believe the area to the left of us here does have something relevant. It might be above us. No, it's just nothing here. Just misremembered altogether. Okay, fair enough. That time I fell on the spike. Is there another seal in one of these rooms? No. I felt like there was another seal somewhere around here, but I'm guessing I'm wrong. Because for all of our exploration, I'm not seeing it. We know there are a bunch in other places, so it's still going to be valuable going back and checking them all now that we have two different seals we can use. One of those seals might also be the one that goes in the water zone. For now, though, it's time for us to go to the Temple of the Sun, because I bet you one of the seals that we have is the one that we can use in that room full of water. So we've been waiting for ages to be able to do that. Time to go see what it does. Alright. Over the pyramid we go. Never mind. Repeatedly slamming into the front of the pyramid we go. Now we get over the pyramid on our 7th try. Into the water we go. Yes, it is one that we have. Alright, we've opened up 2 doors. They might go to the same place, they might not. Let's try door number 1. The Chamber of Extinction, where I cannot see.
It's me! I believe there should be a dark room with no lights somewhere in the ruins. There should be places where you can light something. Maybe you have a weapon on hand that you can light those fires with?
Yeah, alright. I get it. We gotta use our fire starting tools here. We got angry snakes shooting at us. Let the light burn here. Okay. Hey, now we can see. Is this a wall? It's a breakable wall. You can see the... What happened? Attacking this repeatedly made something change. But I don't know what it did. Ah, the light went out. Great. We only have 5 flares, so this might be a dangerous place to be exploring in. Oh, it looks like the light lasts across all of these locations. Interesting. What does this say? Take the dragon bone in hand. It shall light the way to the center of this land. I've got one of those. We can do that. What is in here? A map. Alright, chamber... Oh, wow, yeah. That is a long and narrow place indeed. Okay, it has a limited range. Let's swing our way around here. What is this? The large stone statue is Spriggan. Hostility awakens it. Further attacks will still its unrest. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, that's a new move. Oh, hello. That's a new Eldritch Horror. Please stop approaching me. No, please. Great, I love that you're still approaching me. Could you not? It stopped approaching me. That's something. We got a nice heal out of the green orb there, but I don't know what's making... Ooh. A chakra. I don't know what's making that bouncy sound. There, ow. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. The chakram is a boomerang. There, if you catch it, you don't lose ammo. Nice. We are getting a lot of the weapons. Almost none of the usable items, but a lot of weapons. Is there a way to bring light back in here so I can see what's happening? Yes. No, get out of the way, you. Alright. What is this? The cog of the soul gives life. We sprung forth from it, prospered, perished, then departed this world. Is this the knife-throwing one? I'm not gonna let him live long enough to find out. That looks like it's something. That wall is definitely something. I don't know what, but it's definitely something. Oh, that's the Spriggan. Fun. I can't see anything anymore. Oh, great, I found the spikes. I know there were ways up over here that would bring us to something interesting. Okay, but I cannot see and I am getting murdered. spike there. That was a switch. Glad I got knocked through that, but I don't know where the thing that I switched is. Hello? Hello? It would be so nice if I could see where I'm going and I didn't just jump in the one hole that locks me out of where I was trying to get to. Where am I right now? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of being in the dark. Well, I found the spikes again, so that's something. We're on the other side of the same ledge from before. There's the chest I opened. I'll take that money. If only there were some way that I could be allowed to see where I go. Are we on the top path now? Is that the trick? That might be the answer. It's just that we're on the top path now. I think I'm trapped in a death pit though, so we're gonna have to teleport out of here before I die. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's warp out of that place so we don't get immediately reset. Surface it is. Ow. Do you have anything to say about these stones I found?
I want to play a shooter game. There aren't too many new shooter games these days.
I don't know what world you live in, but it's not ours. There's so many new shooter games at all times. Alright, well let's go on and see what else we can do with our sigil. We now know that we have that extinction chamber thing to go explore through, and we already killed a boss in there, so that's definitely a relevant place to be. But if our two sigils can do stuff in some of the other rooms we've been in, we may want to know that too. So let's warp to... I don't think the Endless Corridor had any sigils. It's a quick enough check though, so let's just scan it and we can go out the back exit into the Mausoleum of Giants. Because we don't need to spend too much time in here. There is one, that's right, we do actually have access to this one. And it is a shop after all, as we suspected. Interesting that that open spot is actually what happens when a sigil is broken. Welcome to the Endless Shop, dude. All gone, man. All gone. So they look like they sell grenades. Grenades, caltrops, and weights. We have a lot of money, but we can't buy anything. Those are weights, dude? Sweet, I'll buy it. Oh, solid, thanks, bro. That's caltrop ammo, dude. Nah, bro, I'm not buying it. Oh, come on, bro. Alright. So far, most of these shrine or seals have actually just been shops, which is a little bit less revolutionary than I might have hoped, but there are other places we have not yet gone, so who knows if there are other things. We do have an Ankh gem, so we can start fighting these guys if we so choose. It looks like you can bring them to any boss fight. I guess the Ankh bosses are all considered significant enough that you're gonna need to beat all of them anyway, so it doesn't matter the order in which you do them. Alright, if we swoop over here, I don't think there were any in the labyrinth accessible from here, were there? I don't remember now. I guess we'll go check since we're here. And we don't have access to this from another place. There might have been one in here. We pop into the Twin Labyrinth and take a little look-see about. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing here. This is the shop. We got everything we needed from the little brother's shop already, though. Nothing. That one's the trap, right? That's the Ankh gem that turns into bats. And there's nothing in here either. All right, I think we've got all of the things from this area. That's fine, though. We'll make our way back to the entrance. We do have a comically large amount of money now, but given that we know at least one program costs 150 bucks, maybe comically much is a bit of an overstatement. Alright, let's finish our quick world tour so we know what we can activate. We know that there's still plenty to see inside the extinction chamber. But so far, the other things we've been able to access have all just been like one-stop shops. With surprisingly bad inventories. It seems weird to me that they would dedicate a whole area to a shop, but then not give the shop more than just a run-of-the-mill ammunition set as the items they sell. So I suspect there may be something more to that than initially meets the eye. I think we found two shops like that now that were basically just like, yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing of substance. So far, all of this is still the same. No, alright. I guess there isn't anything else in the Mausoleum of Giants. Let's just warp in the air so we don't fall in those spikes. And pop down to the Inferno Cavern. If there's nothing else in the world that's like readily accessible here via warps, I forgot about this again. I don't know if we're gonna really bother going all the way into the inverted world to see if there are things we can do with our stones there. We might, because it's possible. I think there was one, at least in the Twilight, or the Pyramid of Midnight. I think there was a runestone there. So we may have to go check that out. But I don't recall for sure. And we're already here, so we might as well go check the top, but we'll see how my determination to go check old zones lasts. There is one that's interactable here, though. So we knew there was one in this room. Aha! Secret passage on the left. That does look like a thing we would actually need to use the rock sliding ability for. And I messed it up! Alright, that's fine. We can go back up. Is there anything interesting in here? No, it's just a puzzle we already solved. Let's go back up and try again. Okay, gotta dodge 5 flame vents to get in that hole. Oh, it goes fast. That's why it trapped me the first time. I fell for exactly the same trick twice. Not my finest hour there. Let's go back to that second room and just sit there and watch it for a second so I can see what the timing is. Because evidently, it's much faster than this top set. Alright, we drop. We hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it just on a set? 6, 7. Looks like that's just the timer for it. That is a sharp timer. I think we might have to jump to the other side and use the distance of the flame as the way to bypass that problem. Because I think if we jump across, we'll be able to slide down Get out of here, doorway. I don't want to go in there. If we jump across, we should be able to use the distance from the flame to get past it. So, like, this. Yeah, we made it. What is this? Oh no. What is this? The 4 philosophers have turned to stone. They continue to protect the ruins. Well, that explains why the philosophers haven't said anything when we've come to visit them. Point it to the right, and right it shall go. Point it to the left, and left it shall go. Err just once, and it shall never reach thy hands. I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like it's a puzzle that you only have one shot to solve. And I don't know what I'm doing in this room, but we can't get to the left side without pushing something out of position. If we have a chance of permanently breaking a puzzle, we may want to come back here after we've just saved, because we have not just saved. This is Pazuzu's room. So there is a weapon in here, and it sounds like there's a weapon that we might lose permanent access to. So let's come back here. As much as I want to just do this now, my cautious side says we need to go save before we start messing around with permanently missable items. So, let's go elsewhere real quick, and then we can come back and go on whatever quest that'll be. That might be something that we, I don't know. As I say, it might be something we need to dedicate more time to in case it's a puzzle that's complicated that we have to restart every time we fail. Because that would not be nice. Let's get up here though real quick. Just do a quick scour. Actually, come to think of it, I don't know if I really want to be in here when I'm worried about death. Because this place hates you and wants you to die. Let's grab that fairy and see what it is. Oh, I can jump off the wall here. That's a way we can gain altitude. Apparently I can't jump on the wall up at the top though for some reason. Yeah, there we can. Fairy! Pink fairy. Is it the same as the red one that heals us? Yes, that's the healing fairy. I don't know what the green one does yet. I don't know if it has some kind of extra new effect or if it's just a different kind of buff we don't know how to interpret yet. I don't remember if there was actually a switch in here. There were a lot of different kinds of rooms here, but I don't know if there was one that we needed a seal for. Is the problem. There's the witch room. Maybe we have to bring a fairy in there? That doesn't seem right to me. Let's just warp out of here before we get murdered by something. We're getting into the scary part of this dungeon, and I don't want to be in there anymore. So Temple of the Sun, I think we've done everything with the stones in there. Mausoleum of the Giant had nothing. Alright, time to go back to Inferno Cavern then. We're just gonna save, and then we should be able to go back in there safely, because the last save was way back in Spring in the Sky. So we really would lose a lot if we decided we had to reset something there. Alright, well, we have a fairy, so taking damage from the lava doesn't actually mean anything anymore, which is very funny. Oh, there she goes. Alright. Let's swing back around to the top here. We know where to go. Let's go see what we have to do in this mysterious chamber. Pazuzu's domain. Thankfully, now that we know how to actually do this jumping puzzle, it shouldn't be so bad. Yes, I did mean that, Fairy May. Thank you. Just because it disappears right as I talk about the benefits of having it with me doesn't mean that it's not still useful, right? I forgot about the mine there, so I got trapped in a position where I couldn't deal with it or get away from it anymore. The mine is really annoying, because I don't think I can kill it. Not in a way that matters. I can blow it up, but it just respawns every time I come back around, so it'll keep doing that every time. I have to just wait for it to show up and blow up before I can move on. Jump across. Drop. Need to be about here and jump. Nice. Alright. Time to figure out what this puzzle wants. It might not even be this puzzle. It might be the next puzzle. Because it says point it right and it will go left, point it left, or point it left it'll go left, point it right it'll go right. If you screw up even once, it'll be lost forever. Don't know what that means. None of these seem relevant though, so let's go in here. That must be Pazuzu. Ow. Oh, he's gonna throw rocks at us. Nice. I'm just gonna. Oh, he doesn't care about attacks on the body. Gotcha. We're attacking faces again. His movement's a little bit harder for me to just slap him in the face without getting hit in revenge. So I'm gonna take even more damage here if I'm not careful. Man, that sway kills me so fast. Okay. Well, this is why we saved before going in that room. Ugh. That checkpoint leading into a lava pool, they knew exactly what they were doing when they put that there. It's easy to get out of. You just have to jump to the left when you're spawning into the area. But it is very easy to forget about also. Alright. What is going to be our strat against this guy? Because we've got... Where was the, now that I think about it, where was the store that was trying to sell us that super expensive chip? Now that I think back on it, I don't actually remember where it was. Huh. That might be a problem if we decide we want to buy it now that we actually have enough money. I guess I'll have to remember later. Figure it out again from there. I'm not confident that just ignoring all those boxes and... Oh, come on! That looked like it would have been safe. Ignoring the boxes in the room before Pazuzu is the right move. If we look at the map, there are 3 rooms in a row there, so it's possible that it's just like antechamber fight with Pazuzu room with the actual weapon puzzle in it. But I don't know if that's true. Alright, let's descend our way down here again. I forgot that you can't descend past that one. It's so easy to make a little mistake and have to go all the way around again in this section. So it goes. We got plenty of time. Although maybe not that much time. It's already like 9 o'clock here and I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I should probably go get some food soon. Either way, let's go take a couple of tries at this at least. Is there a longer pause on one of those? Doesn't look like it. Just gotta go fast, I guess. So, if there is a puzzle in here, what is it? I don't think I know. I'm gonna whack this snake statue a bunch of times and see if it gets up and gets mad at me. It will start shooting, but I don't think it's gonna do anything meaningful. You can break the stone, but there's just money inside. Let's go fight Pazuzu real quick. Break the rock first, because we know he's going to use those later. Keep our distance. We can actually break the rocks. No, we can't break these rocks. As I was about to say, we can actually break these rocks now to save ourselves some trouble, but it seems like they're immune. The ones that he spawns in. We jump over his boulder. Nope, that was too slow. I was hoping he would hang around there for a second so I could actually hit him, but he's quick to move off. He's not on the ground, so our caltrops and other ground-based weapons aren't going to work. You can just kind of stand behind him here, but that doesn't help you actually hit him, because most of the time he spends floating higher. We are taking a lot of damage. We have so much health. I have a feeling we are, like, way higher health than we're supposed to have at this point. I don't know if that's true or not, because I feel like I'm making a lot of mistakes in some of these fights and still getting bailed out by just being tough enough. Like, this is not going well, as you can tell. And we're dead. Alright. One more try on this, and then I'm probably going to put it away for now. I forgot about the lava hole again. The fact that the place that you jump out of the lava is also the place the rocks spawn from is another just mean choice. It makes perfect sense, like it's how they get out without immediately breaking on the terrain, but it also just wastes a lot of my time and life. Just gonna reset and try and jump better, because that is not worth it if we're gonna go try and fight a boss afterwards. Because that's all you have to do to not fall in the hole, is just jump slightly better than awful jumping. But if you forget it's there, it is immediately gonna punish you. Alright, swinging around one more time here to give this another shot. Let's see what we can do this time. I have a feeling that maybe part of the problem here is that I was using the axe. I like the axe because if you're only going to get a hit in once or twice, it does more damage, so being able to hit harder is probably better. But it's not necessarily a given that what we want is to hit hard occasionally. We might be able to get more out of it if we can attack him faster. I stopped at exactly the wrong spot there. If we can attack him faster and then get out again. I don't know if that's going to actually work, because the fact that he wobbles around so much makes it really hard to be rapidly attacking him. If he wasn't moving side to side, we'd probably be able to get more spam attacks in before he relocated. But since he is moving side to side... Ah, great. I don't know if that'll work. So we'll do another couple tries here at getting into the room, and if that still continues to fail, then I'm going to have to call it, because I am getting hungry. So let's loop our way around again. Wait for the mine again. Jump to the left wall. And across. And I hit the fire again. Yeah, I think I'm getting impatient because I'm getting tired and hungry here. So, I don't remember if I said a number last time, but this will be my last try. If we don't get in there, I think it's probably time for me to put it away. All right. Hopefully you're still finding this game interesting to watch. I know I'm enjoying trying to solve my way through its puzzles, even if it's some of its specific cruelties are a little bit frustrating to deal with. I just want to kill this guy and jump over him. There we go. And we'll let him live. Time to fight Pazuzu. Not like that, though. Now, what I was hoping to be able to do here is basically stand at this position and use this as our base camp to whap him in the head. But he is pretty immediately showing me that that's not going to work. There's an alternative spot that was great, that was right here, because he does swing up to this position pretty often. And that might work. Because he's either at head height below or at head height there. Once he starts to move. The problem is just that it's really hard to be in a position to hit him without him zipping through you. We could try using a ranged weapon of some kind, but the fact that he's constantly moving up and side to side makes it really hard to keep that in his, in sights on him. So, I think we're gonna have to leave this for now. We'll come back and we'll fight Pazuzu later. Thank you for watching, folks. It's been fun trying to solve some more puzzles in this mysterious world we've got in front of us here. We got a lot of progress there now. We have a couple new places to go, so we don't necessarily have to fight Pazuzu right now if we so choose. We could just work our way through the Extinction Chamber, and there's probably lots of goodies in there for us to get to, but we have our choices in front of us when we come back next time. So, thanks for watching. I will probably see you tomorrow. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I'll probably do another stream on one of them. But until then, bye-bye.